Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 95 of The Coin Vault has opened. Um, yeah, so I'll get straight to it. I see your guys' comments. I was trying to add in, someone suggested that I put like free GAW into um, the title, and so I'm seeing your guys' comments saying GAW, GAW, GAW. I was trying to announce to people that I had a giveaway because it didn't seem like I only had like 200 people join. But hello everyone, by the way. And sorry about last night. The power went out here, and we were in the middle of a stream at just about midnight. The power went out, so sorry about that. By the time I got back up, everyone was gone and it was past midnight. And so I thought I would just start back up here again, so I packed up the rest of the roll. But yeah, the giveaway that I have, it ends tomorrow night. And so I was just trying to let people know because not many people had joined it yet. But hello everybody, welcome, welcome. But I'm seeing your guys' comments here and I'm feeling a little bit like I clickbaited, and that wasn't the purpose of adding it in here. But welcome, welcome Logan, welcome Sev, welcome Accredited Coins, welcome Metal Detecting with Austin Simpson. So I guess I'm just feeling a little bit like I want to do a giveaway, but I don't know how under the circumstances to do that because I didn't have anything planned. I don't know. How about we'll do one of those flip a coin, or I'll flip a coin over, and everybody that is in chat sometime during the stream here, I'll do like a $5 PayPal giveaway or something like that, and I will have a coin with tails, and you guys all guess the date, and if someone guesses the right date, they win $5 cash PayPal. How does that sound for you guys? And then if two people tie, we'll do another coin, and we'll keep doing it until there is a winner. Does that sound good to you guys? Sorry, I'm thinking this off the top of my head. Maybe we'll do this. I think I've seen other people do guess the date. So if one person says that's good, let me know. We'll do that. Well, I guess if I do the coin, then like I can't be like, oh yes, that was right. Yes, it's a 1936 proof. Accredited Coins is correct. You win. Good job, Accredited Coins. So anyway, the show here tonight, I picked up some rolls from the vault, and so basically what we have is the last roll from last night, a couple of the coins we didn't get to go back through, kind of the recap at the end of the night, and then there was still 3/4 of a roll left. So then I grabbed some more rolls for tonight. So we'll start kind of going through these ones. This one here, let me refocus my camera. Yeah, you'll defer your prize to Gift Store Online. Noted. If you win, I will purchase one of his 1956 proof sets. So anyway, this is the reason you guys are all here, to see Nagini, Voldemort, Snake, RPM. I'm sure that's why you guys are really here. And it was funny, it was just looked up, like just Googled, and it comes up really high in the ranking for this snake. But I think this coin is just damaged. I don't know if any of you guys have seen an RPM that looked like this. But it just looked really cool. I know we found it like pretty much right before the end of the show last night, before the lights and power got cut. But how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so I don't think there was anything on there. I did grab a magnet because we had found a couple interesting looking coins yesterday. We had found a couple interesting looking coins. I'm just looking at this, and I just wanted to make sure that they weren't metal. It seems like we found a lot of these ones last night where the L and the I and the B are missing. Did I see the triangle Australian wreck coin. It is not, I have not seen that one if you were asking me. That sounds pretty cool. I'm just checking this one out. It's like there's kind of like a weird streaking on the edge. There's like kind of a weird glossiness on the reverse of this coin. And the rim on this one is weird. I'm guessing that this rim got kind of damaged somehow. Is it just me, or is my light brighter than normal? I'm not sure what's going on with that one. Oh, actually, I almost think I'm remembering that one. $200 for it. That's either a lot or it's a steal. So let's say we'll zoom in on this mint mark and then we'll look back. I don't think I see anything here. And so we've got about 4 rolls here tonight. So, yeah, accredited coins, you said congrats on the 4K. I feel like we must have gotten there yesterday. YouTube is only showing me at 3,923. It said that yesterday I got like 83 hours, but then it only updated like 20 something. And so I'm not sure what's going on. So like I'm still trying to get to 4,000 watch hours. A day later, the suspense still builds. Looks like a little lamination error. Just a wee one on this 1925. Thanks Accredited Coins for pointing out that coin up on eBay. I bought heavy, or I got lucky this weekend, and I still have like a cart full of stuff to finish paying for. So if that coin is still up, I will pick it up. That's definitely something I would normally pick up. So thanks for mentioning it. Some people were selling some nice coins this weekend. I picked up a lot of early proof nickels and dimes and quarters and half dollars. It's going to be fun getting them all in the mail. I just need to finish paying for them all. I was too busy bidding on things to like finish going and checking out for everything. Is this one an RPM? Yeah, I'd definitely say this one is an RPM. What is the date? 57? 57 with a clogged. Did you check out my cart? I have not checked out my cart yet. I checked out a bunch of stuff. I was just trying, like people kept posting really nice coins this weekend as buy it now. And so sometimes when, like I'm down to like the last little bit that I can purchase, I will, if I'm winning auctions, I'll not pay for them until the end of the weekend, just so in case somebody posts a buy it now that I have to have, that I still have the money to pick it up. But those auctions that I won are secure. So we're 1 RPM here. That's not a bad start to the night. You're about to ban on a 1936 per. Oh, I might have seen that one. I did see some nice proof. Was it like 2,500? How much was it? Yikes! Look at the machine damage on this one. It's like everything has fill. don't think. Well, I don't know, full retail. It seems like full retail is going to the next level. You know, full retail might be tomorrow's deal. Um, I don't know, like, I mean, why are the 1936 proofs? It's only $275. Wait, is this a 36 proof mercury dime? Well, I wouldn't even be thinking about that. I mean, at least related to like the like Lincoln cent proof prices for that year. And like, I mean, isn't like the quarter and half dollar like ridiculous prices? And the penny's going up. I feel like the dime's gonna go up with them too. I don't even remember seeing one that cheap when I went and looked at it. Is that like a new listing? I don't think that's one. It kind of looks interesting though. Like up to the north of the serif, kind of looks like there's a little line up there, but it could be a scratch. I almost think that this may be like the maybe pile that I just got to. Yeah, I remember this one from yesterday. The photo's not great, but you can tell what it looks like. Well, 11 other people are thinking the same thing that you're thinking then. I mean, that would be, like, I know you're not supposed to bid on stuff on eBay, but, like, what if, like, somebody, like, created, like, a bunch of different accounts and then just watched the items? Like, making it look like a ton of people were interested in purchasing it. I know that sounds wrong, but technically it's not bidding on it. Technically, I think it could get someone in trouble. So I think this stack here, all these rest of the ones are ones that I thought, like, hey, what's going on with this coin? I don't know what's going on. Like, it's like on the inside of this one, like, it almost looks like, you know, there's a split on the bottom. And then on the inside, there's something raised up in there, but it's not really high up, so I didn't know. It's been there for a while. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll buy it. You're just letting me know about it, so I'll buy it, right? You have till probably about Wednesday before I go ahead and pull the trigger. I've got some other commitments to pay for here. I know we're not looking at all the coins here. I'm just, this was definitely, this little stack here was the stack that we didn't get to kind of go back and look at the end of the show last night. And so this one, what is this, a 46? Alright, we'll give this a magnet test. Yeah, why don't I not put the magnet up to the microscope? Alright, so this one here is not magnetic. And then what was this one? 53D. Was this the other one that kind of had a look? I'm not sure, but it's not magnetic either, and there was nothing going on with the mint mark that I could see. Alright, so those were the last ones from last night, and so we'll move on to the rest of the roll here. Let me grab a new open tube. Alright, so then it actually looks like we do have some steel cents here. I don't know if any of these have mint marks, but we'll zoom back out. They don't look crazy beautiful. Nice. Have a good day at college, metal detecting with Austin. Simpson, I hope that you have a good semester. Good luck with everything, and be safe. Is it online, or is it is everybody going into school? I feel like schools are starting up here soon. The local schools in the town that I'm in are all doing, distance learning. But I know ones just like 45 minutes away are having in class. And the teachers they're not liking it. Looks like some machine damage on this one. Nice. Well, it looks like online learning is the way of the future. I'm wondering if I put these away, like, I know I read that there was like 1944 double dies back when I was roll hunting. I think that there is also a lot of machine damaged 1943s as well, because I think that when they started making coins out of steel, they realized that the dies were wearing out really fast, and that they had to basically, smash the coins even harder with the dies. So we've got a couple here. I don't think any of these are really spectacular, but when you're going through circulated coins, most of the 1943s that you will run into are essentially rusty. And so I think most of these ones that I pulled out were ones that didn't have rust. Most of the 43s I pick up today, they look, like, I don't know, like new steel. It's amazing. This one I can barely see Lincoln. I mean, I think Lincoln's on the frontier. But it's also interesting how fast steel scents go. I've totally gotten, certified PCGS slab 1943s. And it's like there'll be like one little spot like this on them all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, like a nice MS grade. And then the whole things just start to go. It's like once the 1943, gets a little, starts to react to the oxygen, they just go downhill fast. Here's a rusty one. So I'm almost wondering if these ones actually looked newer when I put them away. I mean, I can see scratches, so they definitely were not perfect. Looks like we've got another lamination error here going across Lincoln's chin. So what did you guys think about, having like free GAW in the title? Like I have four giveaways, PayPal Cash giveaways going in the description below the video. And, so it was my intention to let people know that if they went to the description, if people asked about the GAW, to check it out there. Because, only a couple hundred people entered the last one. We've had two of them, and we had two winners. But I figured more people would join if they knew about it. And so I figured if I put it in the title, then when people came to the stream, that they would know that there was a giveaway. So I figured I could use the stream to let people know. I don't think the 9 on this one's kind of interesting, but I think that it's just machine damage. Maybe it had something. Where was the lamination? Maybe it had something to do with the lamination error. But if you guys have a better way, speaking of giveaways, we had another winner last night as well. Blue Sandy found her second scavenger hunt, and so she messaged me today saying, and I was able to confirm. So it looks like scavenger hunt number 6 has been found by Blue Sandy, so she found 2. I forgot to ask if she was wanting me to save the prize. She's basically got a package. I told her if she found 2, because it's going to save me on shipping, that I'd throw something extra in there. And so I'll say that to anyone, if you guys do find, whoa, look at this R. Someone embellished it a little bit. Interesting. Is this like, it kind of reminds me of Richie Rich or something. And then we have the impression coming through the other side. I don't know, the 9 on there almost looks like it has like doubling from I think I flipped that last lamination. I remember the sound. I think that's okay. Yeah, I just wanted to see what this impression looked like. It's just interesting. I'm wanting to do something kind of like this, where I'm just wanting to imprint. I want to imprint like Time Traveler's Coin Exchange stamps into pennies and then release them back into the wild, but not damage them so much that, you know, the coin will just be like pulled out. What do you guys think with this one? Is this damage? I think I may have to like reset the camera angle here too. Let me just do that because I'm like streaming, you know, the PCGS stuff, and so I have the camera kind of on an angle to like film through the slab. And then when I go to do this, I'm trying to zoom in on an angle and it just does not work very well. Did anyone have any thoughts about the giveaway in the title? Do you guys feel like that's unacceptable, or do you guys feel like that is misleading? Because that was not my intention. Somebody just came in the stream last night and they're like, "Hey, why don't you let people know? Why don't you put free GAW? Let people know that you're having a giveaway." But we'll definitely have to see, because I'm almost to 4,000 watch hours, and that's one of the things I was wanting to do once I built up a little bit more momentum on the channel, was to do giveaways live. It always seems like it's fun on other channels, and I'd like to do that here. And it's like, I know people were asking if I would put up, you know, commercials or whatever they're called, ads. And it's like, I don't want to, but one of the benefits of putting up an ad, if I did, is that I could use the ad revenue to give away prizes. You think it's fair, accredited coin? Okay. Thanks for the feedback. So what was going on with the front? Like a lamination error on the front here. And so I have been able to double, like the giveaways that I'm doing now. The giveaways that I'm doing now through Gleam are $10 instead of $5. And so I think I'm going to continue the $10 through the end of the month. And then I didn't know if I should like maybe do 2 $10 prizes at a time, or like, you know, I could do multiple. It allows you to pick multiple winners. And so that's something I was thinking about doing too. But it's like, I guess it's like, I figure, you know, for maybe every 100 people that seem to be actively participating, I could like make the prize bigger. But it's like, I kind of have to keep things in proportion, because You know, I'm only made out of pennies here. I guess I'm made out of some nickels and dimes and quarters too, but they'd go real fast if I started giving them all away. In due time, when I am an old time traveler, I will have to just start giving away all my coins. It can be like time travelers coin exchange madness, and it's just me giving away my coins. Like, all right, you give me your address, and you give me an address. I'm gonna send things to everybody. I don't want to leave a burden on the next generation. Wow, look at the lamination errors on this one. It's like pretty much going across the entire coin. It's just like cracked everywhere. It's like a splintery woody. Almost want to, yeah, it goes right through to the reverse, which they don't often do. That's pretty cool. It's a little bit of an older one too. Were you able to finish all those listings, accredited coins? I saw you posted a bunch of, I think it was like proof nickels, maybe it was proof dimes too. But your pictures are looking really good. Very well done. Another lamination error. Yeah, I guess I was curious if customer service gave you more, if you had already reached the full listings, and if they gave you more listings yet. I mean, that's the thing that, like with eBay, it's like I feel like they should be giving people more listings and the ability It's like kind of an interesting mark on there. Maybe that was a lamination peel that fell out. It's like a little lamination peel that flips over and under the 9. It's like we just, it seems like we hit like a nice little stack of lamination errors here. They boosted, okay, so you're still listing up at Storm. So you'll only need like 400 more to go then before you're gonna need to start buying more coins to fill in. I mean, if you're wanting to, which I think you do. I think you're gonna get addicted to listing coins. That's my guess. Alright, we have another lamination. There, he almost looks like a pirate cyborg here or something, I don't know. It depends. It just depends where I'm going or what I'm doing for the day. I always like to think that like if like you bring them in to the post office and someone scans them, that it's their responsibility then. I feel like if you drop it in a box, I feel like until it gets that scan, it's on you. Once somebody else scans it. They'll do pickups for you as well. You know, you can schedule pickups. You know, if I'm gonna, you know, like I'm always aware of like when carriers are coming or whatnot. So it's like I can go out and meet a carrier. You know, when they're just trying to drop off the mail, I can just give it to them, and they'll take the mail away. So it's like you can totally have them pick it up. You can schedule special pickups. You can go to the post office. You can drop them in a box. But you know, just with overtime, no overtime at the post office now. I could imagine a scenario where you know somebody is supposed to pick up that blue box or something at the end of the shift, and they're just not able to. things don't get scanned in. But all the boxes do have a scheduled pickup time. So technically, if you put them in that box, they should be picked up. But at the same time, if they don't scan it or something, that's what I found. Like sometimes if there's a huge line at the post office when I'm in there, I would just put them in the box, and occasionally the post office, for whatever reason, maybe their scanner ran out of batteries, they wouldn't scan it, and then I would get like a ding on my detailed seller rating. And so for the most part, I prefer to hand it to a post office worker. It just, then I know I've done my job, and I know I'm not gonna, eBay's not gonna discipline me for, not doing something else that I could have done. Yeah, there was, I almost had an opportunity to open up a storefront that was basically like within 15 feet of a post office. And I kind of wish that I had done that. It would have been really, really sweet. Like stuff could be scanned within like a minute. Like just like literally like, somebody like places an order, like 2 minutes later it's packed up, it's scanned at the post office, and someone's like, I want to cancel the order, and it's be like, I just got back from delivering it to the post office, it's shipped. I'm sorry. It's kind of one of those. This one is really nice and bright. Like, I know this coin looks brown, but sometimes brown coins can fool you. There is scratches on here, but the surface is beautiful. The luster is really nice on this. A little bit of wear. It would make a nice AU coin, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple storefronts, and I don't know, it was amazing how much if you're open to the public, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of bases you have to cover. Like I ended up just turning my store, like originally it was going to be like a kind of like a coin store slash, not a pawn store, but basically a coin place, but place where everything in it was on sale on eBay. But then you could also buy it while in the store, and it was going to be mostly coins. I quickly found out the place that had opened up my business, it was just too rough out there. I ended up like turning it into an internet cafe, and like ran an internet cafe for a couple of years out of it. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I know I would get a lot of business if I opened up a coin store here, but I feel like I'd just be getting stolen stuff in all day long. It's like people. There's only a few kind of professions up here, and that's kind of one of them. Yeah, being open to the public is definitely. It's not all it's cracked up to be. I'd like to think that it's, yeah. I mean, it's like just even my experiences on Craigslist and stuff, like, um, half the stuff that I see on Craigslist around here, it's not even real. Like, and there's not even any attempt to really make it appear to be real. They're just, either assuming that people will have no idea what they're buying. But it's like I don't even bother anymore. I used to like, drink some coffee and like check Craigslist to see if anything cool was on it. It's just not worth the hassle. And then it's like, if it is real, then the people selling it might not even be legit. Or it could be stolen. Like the coin store I used to go to, pretty much there was always police in there, like arresting somebody. I don't know. Here in California, it's a little bit interesting. It's kind of like people get arrested and busted committing a crime, and then the court lets them out, and then they have to pay a fine. So to pay the fine, they go and rob someone else to pay the court, and then they eventually get arrested again after they do it, and the court lets them out and gives them a fine, so then they have to go pay their fine. And it's like, as long as you pay the court their fine, it's like the court says, it's like, you can't steal if you don't give us a cut. That's just what it seems like. It's, if you're going to be a thief, you have to pay the mafia the money, and in this case it seems like the government in California is the mafia. And, you know, it's like they want taxes, but they want, if you're a criminal, they want to tax criminals too at the same rate. So, you know, they want to legitimize criminal activity. They're saying it's okay to rob people and steal from people as long as you pay us a cut of the stuff you steal. And if you do that, no jail time. But if you don't pay us a cut, then you get to go to jail. Yeah, people are just let go here. I mean, I'm not a big advocate towards everybody being put in prison, but it makes no sense to me why people who go to work all day come home and everything's gone, and basically, like, it's like, where's the incentive to be like a legitimate person? They all have armed guards to go to the, yeah. I guess they all have guards here too. It's definitely, and the guards at a bunch of the places that I've seen that didn't have guards, they all, like, the guards are all like, they're like fight happy. Like, if you like write the like wrong PLU on like a thing of coffee or like something from the bulk section, like, they'll jump on you and pound your face into the pavement. So it's like, you best not be mistaking the PLU when you're writing it on that bulk item, or you're in trouble. But hey, this is America, right? This is one of the greatest countries, I think. That's what they say on TV, right? Like, I don't know. This one, I don't know. A couple of these feel like they've had kind of like double-ish rims. Get some water. Oh no, I like coffee better, but there's something about drinking like water after, like, drinking coffee after coffee all day, that it's just like, you know, it's like coffee gets me through the day, but then at the end of the day when I drink the water, I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. It's just like I can feel it like absorbing into my body. So what's your next plan, Credited Coins, once you get all the coins listed? What's next? Start a second eBay business, do the same thing, rinse, repeat, keep going, make an army of them. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Part of me is wanting to like move up to the 10,000 coin listing too. You know, that brand new account that I opened up a couple days ago, they sent me a thing that they're like, we want to give you a basic store. We see opportunity for you to grow. I'm like, give that to my main store. Offer my main store like the next level up for 3 months. I would do that. I've been talking about that in front of my camera because we all know eBay and everyone's listening. Nice. I think I bought a coin about like this. It was a 1930D today, except for it was graded. $1930. appears to have an interesting looking mint mark. I was watching some videos today about baseball cards, and just, I don't know if you've noticed, like, it seems like a bunch of coin people are really getting into sports cards. It seems like eBay is like heavily promoting like baseball and basketball, and I'm just like, what's going on? And so I was watching some videos, just attempting to like explain what the whole sports card craze is. And it basically feels like people are doing with sports cards basically what we're doing with coins. They're flipping them, and they're flipping them good. They're looking at the populations. They're looking at what's available, and they're basically finding the best of the best, and they're just buying them all, and then doubling the price, and like making out like bandits, and then finding something else to buy out, and they're just going straight through that like baseball with all the baseball cards. Yeah, I mean, I did baseball cards and stuff. I feel done with them. I don't know why. Like I had started to buy some baseball cards, like all, 50s and 60s Red Sox. I have an auction up now, just basically selling them all. Um, haven't had a bite yet. Um, but it definitely seems like it's all about the top population coin or cards with baseball and basketball. And so people are basically just trying to buy as many of the good player cards and just find the ones that are top population, and then they're just able to sell them for so much money. Yeah, cards. I mean, that's how cards crashed when I was in it, and so like all these cards that were worth a ton of money became worth nothing, and that's kind of what scared me. That's kind of what scared me off, is they did crash. And if prices are doubling, tripling, kind of like they're saying now, um, this is that kind of like zombie brain Lincoln. It's the one where it almost looks like there's a brain shaped kind of like die cracks all around his head. And I want to see like, yeah, it's like, look at God. God's been like all cracked up there. Still finds it interesting how like God is on a coin. It's like, I guess they say God is everywhere, right? It's on our money. It's I'd like to see like maybe like someone sneak an L in the mint. It would make a really cool error if it instead it said "In gold we trust." If it was like some anarchist movement or something like that, they're like. It's like some mint employee just like very stealthily like added it in. I feel like those would be really valuable. I think we got an oldie. A 1914p. No obvious damage, a little bit. I'm not saying environmental damage, but let's say environment. A little bit of environment on the front here. And I'm not sure if that's cleaning. There's definitely a lot of movement on the surface. Little rending on the west side. No mint mark. Mint mark would have been good. I love small items. I mean, I used to sell anything and everything on eBay. Watching storage auctions and storage wars and, all those kinds. I started doing storage units. It was fun. It was definitely fun. More storage units ago, I was just like, wow, a couch that looks like 3 dogs slept on it, and a bunch of moldy mattresses. Awesome. Like, like I feel like the storage units around where I live, they pop the locks on all the places before, and they just like dump all the garbage, all the heavy stuff, everything you would not want into one storage unit, and just keep everything else for themselves. Yeah, but that's what I came to is, um, you know, I'd be going to the post office with all this stuff, and like I would have a car filled up, having to do multiple trips. Small stuff is where it's at when selling things. It's like 20, 20, 20 eBay items right there. I mean, raw coins are nice, but you've got to organize them some way. And you can use, like the boxes like this with flips and stuff. Um, but it doesn't really feel official. I feel like when someone buys something like a coin, they want to know exactly what the grade is. But I guess point and blank is, yes, the smaller the item, it's cheaper to ship it, it's easy to ship it, it's easy to store it, doesn't take up any space. Like, I've had entire bedrooms filled with stuff. It's not fun. It's not fun. Um, yeah, it's very, very, very quick to pack up a coin. I mean, you will find the more coins you have and the more locations you store your coins, it does kind of take some logistics. You need great organization skills. But there's a bunch of different ways to organize things. But yes, small items, it's like I've definitely talked with a lot of other people about this. Like, they want an eBay store, they want to start selling online, they want to do stuff, but they're looking for a small item. They're looking for something that is small, easy to list, something that they don't have to fill out a giant description every single time they want to sell something. They don't have to research it. Coins are really easy that way. When I'm listing coins, it's like I already have a template. Basically, every coin that I have is basically a template already. It's if I'm putting a nickel, I go to one of my nickel auction or nickel listings, and find, if I have that date and mint, it's going to be really easy, like only like 2-3 clicks. And if it's a different grade, I just have to change the grade. And if it's just a year or mint, it's not hard to do either. It's just, everything is basically streamlined. That's kind of why I didn't like the new listing thing that I got from eBay, but maybe it was just they were throwing it on people, just seeing what people thought, seeing if they changed their habits or what happened. But I was so happy when I went to do another listing and it was the normal listing. I was like, no, eBay, please, please don't let this be the new listing. I think it would have worked great for somebody who was brand new at eBay, because it was all very straightforward. It just was not good for me. It's like my muscle memory jumps across the page. It's like it knows exactly how much to scroll, exactly how much to move. Hey Logan's Coin, welcome, welcome. This one kind of looks a little bit like a Woody. Do you have the full commemorative set of $50 accredited coins? I feel like I saw a bunch of them. I didn't even know those existed till a couple months ago. It's kind of funny. At least I think it's funny. I'm like looking, I'm like, there's like a half roll. Did I switch rolls when... Huh. There's like a half roll. I'm filling a roll here from the ones we're going through, and then there's a half roll. I'm like, are these the ones? When I switched over rolls, did I just switch empty rolls too? What's going on? Mostly mint state and 67. Nice. I mean, even nicer. That's that's actually one thing. Like, I've had people like buy coins from me, and then I go and do exactly that. I go and buy one just like it to replace it if it's like, you know, available for cheaper. And then I've had like the person like return it instantly, and I was like, did that person just buy it because they were selling the same coin and wanted me to... I don't know, sometimes I wonder. It's like we've got an 18D here, but nice sale. A nice pickup right afterwards. That's definitely how it's done. I mean, that's what it sounded like with the card people. And it kind of reminded me of like the Blue Ridge Hound video that I saw. Like when the American Eagle Silver Reverse Eagles came out last November-ish or something. He was like 30,000 mint population, everybody buy one of these, and he has like thousands and thousands of followers. Like people I knew who don't want anything to do with coins, they knew about it. They had accounts set up to buy it. But it's like if you tell it, thousands of people buy this, they'll go out and buy it, and it manifests itself. It becomes super rare. The price doubles, triples, and so it's like, that's what I see with these cards, and that's the energy I got with the card people, is that they're telling all their followers, they've got like 10,000 followers, and they're like, hey, everybody, this card, Michael Jordan, this Michael Jordan is going for $200 on eBay. Go out, buy this coin, or buy this card, and I guarantee you this is a $400 card. And then I see like the next video they've done, they're like, that card I told you $200, well, you guys went out and bought it. It's going for $800 now. And so like what we talk about, buying the proof coins, it's like if we had a voice, if we had an audience and people listen to us, and we were like, go out and buy these 1936 proof. There's only 3,800 of them. And we reached like 3,800 people audience. They would go out and buy them. The price would double. The price would triple. And then it's like, okay, we've done the 36s. All right, people, look, this is what's next. We're all going to go out and buy the 1937s. And just coin after coin after coin like that. It's just like, you run through it all. The problem is eventually it creates a bubble. And so like what it seems like these flipping social media kind of people are going through, and I feel like it's going to go with seasons. It's like seasons of hype. It's going to be like everyone's like super pumped up and energized about sports cards. Then maybe it'll be stamps. And they'll just go through all the hobbies and hype everything up. And then things are just going to like fall. And like, everyone's looking for something to do with their money, a different way to make money. And so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. I mean, maybe this is real. Maybe baseball cards are awesome. Maybe it's their time to shine again. I don't know. So it's going to be interesting to see. But Yeah, I don't know what the best way to do it is. It's like I feel like I could, guide a bunch of people to make a bunch of money, but it's like I also kind of have to have a conscience in it because I don't want to see a market bubble burst. I don't want to see anybody like lose all their money, in a situation like that. Because the people that are the long-term investors, they probably would be the ones that would get hurt the most because they would buy in now thinking that, things were still low. People would definitely make money. People would double, triple their money. And I guess that's the art of flipping is it's really when you see hype and you see a bubble being created and you see that expansion of the bubble, you buy into that bubble heavy, knowing that that bubble's gonna burst. But you position yourself well, you market yourself well, and you buy, and then sell as quick as you can. And I mean, granted, like some of these people saying, "Hey, buy into this, flip, flip, flip," they could be on their buy part of the cycle. They've already bought. And when they're telling people to buy, it's them saying, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. Um, it's like people can have multiple accounts. One person can pay another person to be their voice and say, like, do this, do that. This one's kind of interesting. Like, I don't know, I like these early teen scents, like the way that they have, like, kind of like this. I don't know, it's kind of like a wood grain pattern. I don't know exactly how to call it, but it kind of has these like streaks of like kind of like gold in them. Sometimes it's like kind of little passing shooting stars. I mean, I don't know accredited coins if you were just offering it, buy it now. You had the best visibility for that coin, and so you paid eBay to show your coin to more people, and that's exactly what eBay did. They put you probably at the top of the listings when they might have gotten an email, they might have gotten a notification like, hey, this person's got the coin that you were searching for. Like, remember this coin you didn't win at auction? Well, here it is again. Come check it out. And even though there was somebody selling it for half the price of you, you paid eBay to show it to, the buyer first. Some people, when they do a search, they buy the first item that they see. Some people, time is money. You just happen to be the first person that they saw. Some people, like they go into a clothing store, they want to try on like 10 different pairs of pants, see which one fits best. Some people want to go into a clothing store, first pair of pants they see that looks like what they want, they buy it, walk out. It's like everybody's different. There's like different kind of purchasers. But time is money for some people. Like if they want something and they want it now, you have satisfied the thing that was most important to them. They wanted to buy that item and they wanted to buy it as fast as they could. And you succeeded in giving them that experience and they could move on to the next thing they wanted. So well done. I'm sure they will be absolutely happy with it and they will give you 5-star feedback. And maybe that next coin that you picked up for $50 you will sell again because somebody else will see that somebody else just paid $120 for it. Wondering what the other coin I have over here is. So we have a pretty nice looking 1919p, at least on the front here. It's like I'm curious if I'm gonna find any like mint state, like early teens, because I know I had a lot of them. It's just gonna be interesting. Let's check the next one. Give me 1 second, I just have to check something here. Coming back, coming back. Alright. I just didn't know, it's like people keep wanting offers on eBay, and I just don't want to leave somebody waiting until midnight to get an offer. So I don't see a mint mark on this one. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Like, it sounded like our government is going to give people more unemployment money, and so I'm curious to see how that affects the market. I feel like originally when people heard that it was expiring, that people started to kind of like pull back on their sales a little bit. I'm hoping that they're going to give like one of those blanket stimulus checks again. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. It almost made me forget all about coronavirus. I was just like, wow, I'm living in, it's like kind of like, it's like some people are going to die and some people are going to receive extra money in the mail this week. It's like, which will you get? Like, it's kind of sad. But I don't know. I definitely could use it. And so I feel like with like sales, like the last few months, like the coin shows not really being open, and then everybody like getting like stimulus checks and tax returns, like it's just been the best coin sales I've ever had in my entire time on eBay. And it's like, I want to think that this is gonna last, but it's really interesting to see if it's gonna last, or if this was just, you know, like a special event. I don't see why it can't last though. It's also going to be curious, like, I feel like, you know, so many people kind of are unemployed now. Their traditional way of making money is no longer available. And I'm not really sure if there's going to, when all this is over, if there's going to be a boom, you know, if people are essentially, you know, there's going to be tons of need for people. But I guess I feel like people are going to reinvent themselves. I feel like people are going to have time to like figure out who they are, what they enjoy doing. And I feel like that people are going to start being able to do what they want to do instead of like what they just kind of like happen to find themselves doing in life. You know, they were working in college and working a part-time job, and they graduated from college, and then they kept working that part-time job, and it became full-time, and they got married and they had kids, and you know, like they settled down, and you know, and then they figured that that was going to be it, and then they lost their job, and then they like realized they needed to figure out something else to do to pay the mortgage, or yeah. But it's going to be interesting to see. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, you know, inspired by those videos of people like, yeah, you know, buy baseball cards, buy them low, sell them high, flip stuff, make money. Like, I feel like those shows that like kind of like, you know, where the people go yard sailing and like, you know, thrift store hunting, like I feel like those are probably doing really well. I definitely see like a million YouTube, at least YouTube like keeps sending me things like, you know, watch these people yard sale, and I'm like, I don't want to go yard sailing in the middle of a pandemic. That sounds awful, but it looks like people watch millions of these videos. Lincoln's got some nice details in his head on this 1918. Check out the reverse. I think this one might earn a flip if there's no major damage on it. Like this nice wheat lines. Little scratch on the ear over there. Like very, very tiny rim damage. Like, this almost looks like a brown coin. I think that's one of the nicest teens I have found on this show. Next, we have a Steely. Who was it? Somebody was asking for steel cents at one point on the show, and I don't remember. Just because the only ones that I had at the moment were like, you know, like Mint State 65 or higher or something. And I think one of them I was doing a video for sale, and I was like, I can't sell this one, I'm sorry. I'm sure they probably already got one. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the channel. If anyone missed, so there's 4 giveaways going on. You can find them in the description below the video. There's links to all of them. Gleam.io is a contest website, and they basically deal with all the contest aspect of things, and I just send the money to whoever wins. We had a winner a couple nights ago. The next contest ends tomorrow night, and I'm going to be having them pretty much going about every week. And as the weeks and months go by here, I'm going to increase the amount of prizes, and I'm going to increase the amount of winners. I mean, I could, you know, maybe at the moment, like, just decrease the amount. I mean, that's the interesting thing I could do too, is just, you know, maybe I could make the prizes smaller, like bring them back down to $5 and just do one every night. You. How are you doing tonight, Logan? Are you playing some more Mario tonight while watching? That's what you need to do with the scavenger hunts, Logan, is you need to play video games. You need to play the Mario, and then just listen. Listen for it. This one's got some lamination errors on the back. They run through kind of like a dual area here. This one looks pretty cool. That definitely makes sense. Like, yeah, I was checking out Big Flip's, was it Big Flip Coin Roll Hunter? He stopped by the stream here a couple weeks ago. That was cool. But I stopped by his stream for like an hour, and then like right before the stream like started, I was like, I gotta go. And he's like, hold on, we just got to 100 and we're gonna do a giveaway. And I'm like, all right, I'll hang around for a couple of minutes. But then I was like, no, I really gotta go. My stream's about to start. And he's like, we're gonna do it in a minute. I'm like, I gotta go. And so I missed it. But I hope somebody got. I like watching people get money, and that's one of the things I think I'd like about doing the live stream giveaways, is that I can, you know, I won't miss anybody. I will be right here as somebody wins something, and that'll be fun. Yeah, maybe I could just do like a blanket, you know, like anytime there is a certain amount of likes on a stream or a certain amount of viewers, I could do a giveaway. Because that's one of the reasons it's like I haven't just done live giveaways, is usually there's less than 10 people here, and only a couple people are usually kind of active and talking, and while those people would probably love it if I just like gave them money every day, it's like I'd like to like have multiple people win and not just one person. And I know there's a couple people out there saying yes, but just give it all to me. This one, what do you guys think? A 17D? I know, it's pretty worn. It probably doesn't matter. Like this one, it's got an interesting surface. It's very smooth. It's very smooth and kind of glossy. You can't really see it here, I feel like. there was just something different. Like it felt very, like everything felt very flat, but like the coin itself still felt very thick. I don't know, maybe it's just been cleaned, like, but it's like, say like the wheat ears are pretty complete on that side, and they kind of are, but it's just, it's an interesting smooth, one that I don't see often. It's a better looking 1919p. A little bit of detail on the hair. We got some beard going on. Is that like a little bit of mint luster, or is a little rim damage there, of course. I'd say this one, a little rim damage there. It's pushing it. Almost looks like it should be in a flip. I guess I will take rolls that have some nicer looking old coins in them any day. That is for sure. It's like I'm wondering if this was like the best out of the best. Like I bought a bunch of 10,000 count like teen bags. It was like 10,000 wheat cents from the teens, and they were awful. If you ever see one of those, like an unsearched teen bag, do not buy them. I bought multiple of them. I feel like it was one of the worst sales. I think it was like $1,000 for like $1,000 for like 10,000 wheat cents from the teens. Almost every single coin in the bag was like thoroughly wasted. Like if it had a mint mark, you couldn't read it. Just really, really, really bad. It was like the teen coal bin, and they had a lot of coals. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, like I do see a lot of channels that are small, and they are able to draw in 25 to 50 people just to come in and get a prize. And I mean, I feel like I don't know. See, it's like I don't know. Like I feel like I will have answers here in a week or two, because like you'll see like videos of like, you know, what you can make as a YouTuber, like, you know, what kind of money should you expect. I don't really expect to make money, but it's like, if, you know, I was like pulling in like a couple $100 checks every month, which I feel like would be ambitious for the level of traffic I get. I feel like, kind of want to zoom in here. If you look at the wheat ear, it kind of looks like it's doubled. I feel like, yeah, these often are really doubled up here when I see the wheat. So I like the U here. That's one of my favorite ones that doubles. Here, we'll start on the other side, because I think the entire E pluribus unum is going to be doubled on this. And so I believe this is just a kind of machine damage. I can't remember. I feel like this is either a 57 or a 50D, and the other side of the wheat ear here should be doubled as well. Not as bad. But let's see what it was. No, it's a 51D. Interesting. I don't think I'd seen it on this one before. Mint mark looks pretty regular there. But yeah, a lot of these smaller streams definitely are able to like pull in people, but it'll be interesting to see, because it's like I know there's different formulas for, like, if you market yourself and you market yourself well, and your entire stream can just be like, hey, I'm giving away lots of money. Come join me live, like, and people will come. um, and so it's like, you know, you give away $1,000, but in giving away $1,000, you generate $1,100, you know, in ad revenue. And then you give away 1,100 and you get back $1,250, and you give away $1,250 and you get back $1,500. Like, I feel like Mr. Beast is like, you know, that's the kind of stuff he does. And then all of a sudden you have such a following of people, that you don't even, you know, you're still giving away money, but then you can just create content because everyone's already watching you, and they'll watch you for anything you do because you're this person that gives away tons of money. And Mr. Beast is mildly entertaining as well, but so it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, to make money, sometimes you have to spend money. And so, like, you know, giving away money is a way of spending money. You know, it's like to promote yourself, you can pay Google. You know, you can say like, hey Google, you know, I will pay you $5 for every 100 clicks, you know, to my website. Or you can be like, hey everybody, I'm giving away $5. You know, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's like you can give $5 to a random person and, you know, form a relationship with that person. Or you can give $5 to like one of these big advertising companies, and it just, you know, that money just disappears into the corporation, while the $5, you know, could really help someone out. Like the last winner for the person, you know, it's like, I know $5 for a PayPal cash giveaway, it's not huge, but it's what I was able to afford. The next one's $10, so we're going to step up. But the person was like, thank you so much, like this really, really helped me, you don't know how much, like, you know, it's like every single penny right now is like, you know, making the difference. And so it was nice to like get a response back, and they seemed really, really, really happy. And that was awesome. Like, I wasn't even expecting a response back. You know, they even let me know that they got it. Like the 2 winners for it, they've been really like responsive, and it's been cool. So we'll see what $10 is like. And you know, it's like, I feel like about 200-300 people joined the last giveaway that I did. And so this next one is $10, and it ends tomorrow night at midnight, I believe. So we'll see if $10, giving away $10, if that attracts more attention. But I feel like there must be somewhere that I can advertise. Like, I found like places you can advertise your giveaways, but they wanted me to spend money to advertise it with them. I'm like, wait, I've got to pay you money to give someone else money. I'm like, this is awful. Like, I'm just trying to like give away money. Like, I'm not trying to give a corporation money. I'm trying to give random person money for fun. But I guess everyone wants their share of free money. And if there's free money out there, they figure, okay, give us some too, please. Alright, so that is the end of that roll. I want to just see... Okay, yeah, this is the roll that had the steel, so I don't know why... Let's see, will those fit in here? Some will. Alright, there we go. And we can open up another roll and have some more fun. Alright, you know I always like to give you guys the choice here. Okay, and then... So, we have the choice of 2 used rolls. One says 1921 and one says 11D. Last night I was giving you guys the choice, and then I spilled one out, so that's the one we ended up going through. So I think that we're going to do, so since nobody has answered because there's a 30-second delay and I don't want to leave you guys waiting 3 seconds, I'm going to choose the 11D. Ooh, it's looking good. I think we got some oldies here. I don't know. Oh no, that top coin that looked really good, it's on the bottom of the back stack. We're going to have to wait now. Let's see if it's worth it. But it looked like, possibly, it looked like a partially mint state coin from the 20s. It might have been cleaned. We'll see. We will see. Okay. I'll see you in less than 30 seconds. Alright, we're announcing the winner tonight. No. Get something to drink. We'll still be here. That was not the coin we were looking for. Neither is this one, I fear. But we'll check out that mint mark here. Something damaged this one here pretty well. Is that an RPM? Can we get some focus, please? $57D definitely are ones that look like this. I feel like I'm having a hard time seeing the top, and I definitely see some damage on the RPM here. I guess I'm calling it an RPM. I'm pretty sure it is one. Let's see if I can get it from a different angle. That really doesn't help. Try it from one more side, just see what it looks like. I feel like the other angle I just gave it wasn't really helping the case. I do feel like it is, like the bottom serif definitely looks split. No internet. Well, welcome Blue Sandy, good to have you. And congratulations again, you have, your answer was correct. And I really do appreciate you sending the hi messages, because it seems like when you send a message that says hi, I'm getting the message, but like when you answered on the GAW videos, it didn't send me a message saying, hey, someone left a comment, which I think is the same thing that happened with Logan when Logan won one. For whatever reason, I don't get comment replies on my GAW, which I don't know if that's a YouTube thing. Like if you put GAW in it, it doesn't give you updates, but I thought it was a good idea having people comment, because then I get something to my Gmail account, and so that seemed like the perfect way to do it. I'd know instantly, but that doesn't seem to happen. But I'm glad you sent the hi, and congratulations again. And I'm pretty sure, no, I know I said that if you want a second one, I'd throw something in there extra, because it's saving me on shipping, so I will figure something out to throw in there to make it worth it. So thank you and congratulations. And let me know, I can send that out tomorrow, or if you want to keep on playing, I'll give you the same offer as before. If you want me to hold a package for you, I will put something in there extra. Because it would be saving shipping for me. I figure as long as you're playing, if you need them or you want the prizes, I can send them beforehand. But congratulations. Like, you proved a lot of people wrong. A lot of people said it was too hard and they gave up. I was going to keep doing more and more giveaways. Like, I was just like, okay, I'll do a new giveaway, because in the beginning, everyone was loving it. And there were people, you know, finding them. Like the first 3 that I did, people found like pretty much instantly. And then all of a sudden it slowed down. And that's one of the reasons I'm excited about getting to the 4,000 watch hours, is because when I become a YouTube partner, it gives you all these editing abilities. And I already have these ideas of ways that I'm going to do giveaways in my videos. But I haven't had the ability to do it because I don't really have good editing software on my computer, but I'll be able to do it on the videos. So like, do be prepared, everyone. I have more giveaway ideas in the future here, and they're not going to be like ones that you find on other channels. They're going to be fun. Yeah, Blue Sandy's on a roll. She's been finding them. So congrats, you have done what others have failed at. Logan here, he's another winner actually though. He was one of the first scavenger hunt winners. And so congratulations, guys. You guys have done things that no one else was able to do. There was a gentleman on here, I believe his name was Jason Wilder. He did the first three of them. And the first one I think took him about 36 hours to do, but then the second was like 4 hours and the next was like 2 hours. And so I kind of had to change up the scavenger hunt because it wasn't until after he won the first one that I noticed a flaw in my scavenger hunt system. And I'm pretty sure that he had developed a way to kind of circumvent having to watch all the videos. He was just able to basically do a search on it, which kudos to him. He won the prizes, he got the prizes. He made some money real fast. But it was like at first it seemed like, okay, this is great. Like it was the first time, like a bunch of people were looking. And I think it was the first time I'd ever seen 1,000 views in an hour. I think there was like multiple hours where it was like 1,100, 1,200, 1,300. I'm like, whoa, this could work. But in the future, how far am I? I'm like 3,923. See, this is the thing, like, I was like 100 hours away yesterday. And then it said that I had like 80 hours yesterday. But then today, when it finally updated it, like, updated like at like 6 tonight, 7 tonight, instead of like when I woke up in the morning, it only gave me like 23 hours. No. I think I see it. Hold on. If not, it's one from the other night. Give a penny, take a penny. 23? 20, that's what it was. Alright, so we're back. We'll see what the other side looks like. So, 23. So, yeah, 3,923. So we're like 77 hours, if that's correct. And then I'm able to do more scavenger hunts. And I enjoyed making the scavenger hunt videos, but doing the gleam ones, it is quicker. Before I had to like go and like, the way I had it set up, listening for me to say something unique in a lot of videos, actually here's something funny, like apparently last night, while I'm sleeping, I started doing like mumbling in my sleep, like, hello everyone and welcome to Time Travelers Coin Exchange, and going through all the things that I say in my stream. And so it actually took more time to find videos where I was like, okay, yeah, I think that is something unique that I've said in one of my videos. And so it would take me like 20-30 minutes sometimes to like find something that I'm like, okay, I say that in every video. One of the videos in my GAW playlist is private. Oh yeah, that's the one with the big prize, Logan. I did that on purpose so no one could find it. No, I'm obviously just kidding. Sorry, late night sense of humor. I believe that one. Is a stream that never posted. I remember you saying that your mom was like, is that coin guy on YouTube? Are you watching him again? Are they okay with it now? I don't want to get you in trouble. I don't want your parents mad at me. That's not the point of my YouTube channel, is to get parents mad at their kids. I can't quite tell what this one is. Maybe a 1926D? I think we might have stumbled upon like some of the older ones that I couldn't figure out what they were. And I mean, that was one of the ways about the scavenger hunt ones. Maybe I should set it up with more clues, so it's like, okay, travel back to 1923, and then you'll find a clue. Like I could maybe like embed like clues inside like the descriptions. Or, maybe I need to make it more fun like that, like take people on an adventure. does sound fun doing it that way. Maybe I'm not doing scavenger hunts right. Um, I get maybe it would be better to call them like Easter egg or something, where it's like, you know, basically it's like you watch a video. Like I have almost 5,000 videos now, so it's like a 1 in 5,000 chance of winning a prize if you watch this video. Um, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, sometimes for like the PCGS videos, like I'll have a really, really nice coin. And so I think people enjoy watching those. I think people do enjoy watching the different ones. Like if you're trying to learn how to grade, I definitely think like the playlist where it's like all like mint state 66 and 67, like I feel like those could help someone learning how to grade. Um, but it's hard for me sometimes to watch a bunch of the ones that I kind of say the same thing, and maybe it's because it's me listening to myself, and it's like, and I have to say these things so much time. It's like, I don't want to say it, but it was like basically I was having work dreams last night because I was like saying all the things I say at work. It's like, hello and welcome to McDonald's. How may I take your order? Would you like fries with that? Would you like lettuce, tomatoes, onions, pickles, ketchup, mustard, salt, pepper, vinegar, olives, mayo, mustard? Like, how may I help you? How may I serve? Like, it's just, but I'm glad I like what I do. Well, as a matter of fact, I bought an NGC coin today. It came with 6 PCGS coins, of course. Um, but yes, I did. I bought a bulk lot of early proofs, and it had an NGC one, and so of course I excluded the NGC coin and just purchased it for the prices of the PCGS ones. Like when I see a NGC coin in a lot, I just equal it out as worth nothing. I sound so mean, and it's the same coin inside them. It's the coin, not the holder, but I don't know. That sounds so wrong. Like, I don't mean to offend any coins. So let's see, if we had, I believe, was this a lamination error? Or yeah, it was like a, I'm not sure if this is, if it was a lamination peel that left it, or if it was just a planchet flaw where there was just like metal missing. I mean, I almost want to say it's more of a planchet flaw because there's kind of like an unevenness around Lincoln's head there. But it just doesn't look like anything peeled out, and nothing else looks, you know, normally there's like kind of like streaking or like cracking with a lamination error. I think we can call it a flaw. A picture in the background. Somebody said they were grading coins for $10 each. I know that I think Annex was doing $10 grading. Here's a nice low ball. Low ball 1. This coin is smooth. You don't get to see too many low balls. Like, this is like a poor 1. This might even be a 0. I mean, I'd say this is a 1 because you can tell it's a Lincoln cent. But like, all the details are gone. You can see Lincoln, that's it. No date. It's like a worn planchet. I mean, that would be tempting. That would be tempting to get some coins, like at $10, it would almost be tempting to, like, you know, get a bunch of stuff graded for bulk. Or if you didn't even need to do bulk, just send in, you know, like 20 coins at a time. And then if anything like came back really high grade, then send it into PCGS to have it be put in a PCGS holder. Yeah, I think Annex was having like a 10 for 10. Um, and it's like, it's just, I don't know, it's like weird. Like, I feel like I'm rough on NGC, but like, I feel like I'm even rough on Annex. And I feel like Annex probably does a fine job, and I think NGC does a fine job. I feel like PCGS and NGC are like, they're kind of like two different markets. Both of them certify coins, both of them grade coins, but I just feel like I feel like their systems of grading are different, and therefore they hold different value in the market. They fulfill different purposes in the market. And there's nothing wrong with what NGC does. And I feel like, if you just need a coin graded or just authenticated, like, is this coin real? I would say, like, NX is just fine if you just need to know that it's real. What's going on here? I've tried to, like, do it. I guess my microscope maybe got turned. Okay, there we go. Sometimes when I focus it in, it turns. Nice bright looking date. I don't know why I need to be zoomed in to see a coin with no mint mark. I do hear that NGC is really good with ancient coins. I'm not even sure. Does PCGS even grade ancient coins? I heard that Annex is really, really good with attribution. That if you have a variety or something like that, Annex will automatically label it. And that's something that I would expect from any coin grading company. If you send a coin in to be authenticated and graded, I would expect the coin, especially for the prices they charge, I would expect the coin to be looked over front and back. And, somebody that knows everything about those coins that you're having in to be able to tell you if there's anything special about the coin, what the value of the coin is, like not just the grade, but like, do you have a rare variety? And like, I think that should be put on every slab, like, and if there's nothing with it, like it should just be skipped. But I don't think you should have to pay extra to have somebody authenticate whether it's a variety or not. I think that should be part of the grading process, not like an extra thing. The NGC Ancients guy is frequently on Pawn Stars. Is Pawn Stars still a show? I guess I haven't had like cable TV in a long time. For some reason, I thought that I heard that like they all got arrested or the old guy died. Maybe I'm watching the tabloids too much. I did enjoy that show. Like it's like, like I feel like the shows I used to watch was like Gold Rush, Storage Wars, Auction Hunters, like Pickers, Hoarders, just like kind of like all those things that like kind of like talk about collectibles and the values. Some of them are probably like absolutely so boring to so many people. But it's like I enjoy it. And obviously other people watched it or they wouldn't have been on TV for so long. So I know, I can feel comfortable knowing I was not the only one. But it's like those shows were like a gold mine too. Like, let's say you have like a barn or like a warehouse full of Coca-Cola memorabilia and like your product's moving slow. You create a show like Pickers where you're like, oh my gosh, look, there's all this memorabilia, there's all this stuff, it's worth a ton of money. And then people watch it and they're like, oh, that's worth money, I got one of those. Oh, like, I'm interested in this, I like this, I'll buy this. And like, I feel like it's like they completely, a big company has a bunch of something and they're like, okay, how can we get people to know about this product, like this product, and want to buy this product? And they've gotten really good at it. You know, people pay people pay to essentially be programmed these days. I mean, that's like kind of one of the interesting things though, is like, you know, say like, how do I get more viewers and stuff, you know, to participate? You know, if I'm having a giveaway, how do I get more people? But then I go to other channels and they're doing pretty much similar things. Maybe they've been doing it for longer. Um, and you know, they're a YouTube partner, and you know, there'll be a join button, and basically people will pay just to watch the channel every month, just to support the channel because it's a channel they like and they want to see it like keep going. I guess one social media kind of, I guess it's not really social media, but there's like the Patreon accounts. And I was kind of thinking, I was like, if I did like a Patreon account or something, it's like usually like you're supposed to like kind of give people back something. And so it was like, I was thinking I could like order tons and tons of coins and basically put together like coin packages or something that like once a month I could send out to people. Kind of a cool lamination error. I like how it goes like cracks in multiple directions inside Lincoln's head and then kind of shoots off to the T there and then makes it interesting shape. So we'll flip up that lamination error. And so if anybody has joined the channel since the beginning here, there's 4 giveaways. The next one ends tomorrow night. You can find them in the description below the video. Like only a couple hundred people have entered. So your guys' odds at winning $10 is not bad at all. I wish you all luck. We're looking through a bunch of coins from my roll hunting days here. And so these are basically what I'm calling coin concentrates. They're either better looking coins or ones with the possibility of errors. And so it's just every roll here is different. People can buy and sell and trade with each other. I can zoom in on this one. I'm sorry. I feel like I missed the context of what you were saying, Blue Sandy. Maybe it was in response and the delay on here. This one's a little bit nicer looking. Another mint mark, so we'll look at that and then I can zoom out. That's pretty filled up. But it's like, I feel like when I was roll hunting, I found so many filled mint marks like that. But I feel like we have only found a couple going through, so I don't know if there will be whole rolls or if at some point I found out that those weren't errors. You can talk to each other in there. Maybe I missed one line. Oh, talk about the benefits in Patreon. Yeah, like I've never used Patreon. I just knew people who did. And I'd seen them talk about it, and it's like it felt like there was kind of like extra things, you know, like I don't know, it's like you could like basically like, I mean, it's like, I feel like what happens with some channels is everybody gets like, you know, some people get really, really big, and then there's like 100,000 people watching their channel, And as much as, you know, a lot of the people are probably nice people, they probably can't respond and talk to every single person on every channel. And so I think maybe by creating like the Patreon and stuff, that it like, you know, gives them a way to, if people really want to try to be able to connect with them, then they're like essentially giving them access. But yeah, I haven't even, like, I know that on YouTube now there's like, I see on people's thing, there's the join button. And I don't know how big of a thing that is. You know, I definitely have gone in some channels. I think it was like Rob Finds Treasure. And it looked like basically like everybody in the channel was like a joined member. And I was like, wow. I was like, okay, this isn't a thing. It's not just a thing that, you know, one or two people do. It's like a lot of people do it. And to me, it's interesting how with, you know, say YouTube, like, it seems until you get 4,000 watch hours, like, it doesn't give you an option to do it. So, like, when I was on Twitch, people couldn't support you until you got to a certain level, but they could watch you, but they couldn't support, and it seemed odd to me. Oh, that's cool that you can do a free Patreon. Like, I think that one of the reasons, I feel like Patreon has been used for a lot of different things since it was its inception. I feel like when it started, it was kind of like, you know, different creative artists and stuff would use it. So it would be like, you know, people would basically be their patrons where they would, you know, like 10 people would like donate like, you know, $200 a month or something like that. So, you know, not chump change. And in exchange, the artist would, you know, produce art for them, or somebody would make a music album, and, you know, they would all get like the, you know, the first CD, or they would like get access to, you know, the new book that the person did first. And so it's like, I feel like I saw it used with like, you know, art and music and literature and different things like you know, I think there were products that people would make. And I thought that that was really interesting. But then I feel like YouTube and like kind of like celebrity culture has taken over on it too. But it's like, I felt like it was cool with like artists, because then people could essentially, you know, if somebody really liked someone's artwork, they were able to support them so that they could focus on making the artwork. And then, you know, there were different levels, so you could just support the person so that you could continue to see that person like thrive at what they do. Because like, I know a lot of artists, it's really hard to be an artist in the world, because like your passion is art, the job you want to do is art, but then it's like real life, and you have to like go to a job, you have to work. But all the time you're at work, you're not creating art, you're not feeding your soul. And so I feel like, you know, people just start to get worn down by not doing what they love. Um, and so that's one of the reasons I thought Patreon was a really cool idea, is because it allowed people, you know, it basically, you know, if people believed in someone, they could support them, and then the person could do what they do and enrich the people's lives. And so I thought that was really cool. And so it's like, I feel like the same thing, like Rudy on Alpha Investments. He has like a YouTube channel with Magic the Gathering cards, but he set up a Patreon account for his YouTube channel. And he was able, since he owned like a card store, he could order Magic the Gathering boxes in bulk, like by the pallet. And so he could get like super, super cheap prices. And so he would do like specials to all his customers where he would basically give it to them at cost. And so like by them supporting his channel with the Patreon, then he basically sold them the cards that they wanted to buy any month anyway for cheaper than they could buy from a store. So like, not only did it give him like a revenue stream, but it ended up, you know, giving back more to the people supporting him than they were giving him. So it was like win-win for everyone, really. $10 a month. Yeah, like Rob Finds Treasures is like, it seems like he is absolutely huge. I've like probably watched like maybe a dozen times, and it's like I wish I could watch some channels more, but maybe at some point I will have my work life down better. But it's like I feel like I'm always so busy. I want to say this is a 1944. Like somebody's really gone to some effort to scratch it out. It does look like an older coin. Like it looks like it's from the teens. But it's like I feel like somebody went to the trouble to like really... I mean, I can't even tell what it is. So I don't think we're not going to worry about it. See, I used to worry about these. I used to be like, what if it's a 1914D? If I can't see it, neither is the person that's going to want to buy it. Same thing here. Like, I don't think that this is... Like, the only thing is, like, you know, if I flip it over, and we could say, see, like, a VDB on the back, then I would be really curious to see if we could find any, you know, like, any sign of an S on it. Which I don't think we will. There's those, do you see the little marks here on Lincoln's coat? I feel like we keep seeing those same marks. I don't know if it's like from a rim of a quarter or if it's some sort of tool. That seems to like keep happening, but it's like I keep finding these like little triangle grooves in a pattern like that. If anyone has a good explanation for them, like I feel like the best one that I have is just like the edge of a quarter, but they don't quite seem right. So it looks like a couple more people popped in here. If anyone's new to the channel, there are 4 giveaways going on that are free to enter in the description at the bottom of the video or below the video, and they take you to the gleam.io website. This one looks like it has some machine doubling on it. We're going to zoom in on that. But basically, you just need your YouTube account to enter to win. It'll let you enter some extra entries as well. And I wish you guys all good luck. If you guys enjoy the giveaways, I'm gonna keep doing more and the prizes are gonna get bigger. I'm just starting off here. And so hopefully you guys enjoy them because I want to do more of them. This one's kind of interesting. I mean, it looks pretty wide. I mean, like, I don't, like, that looks kind of doubled there. Is there, I feel like there is a 1919 S double die. I don't know, the, like, mint mark there almost looks. But unlike some machine damage, it's like this actually looks like it's wider instead of just like an area scooped out. This coin isn't in terrible condition either. Let me just see over here. Check out. I feel like I would have to check out coppercoins.com, which I don't think that there are a terrible amount of varieties for this year. It looks like maybe there's a lamination error up here too. I think I'll have to zoom out for that. But I'd be psyched to find an old double die if that's what we found. It's like I want to say it's just machine damage, but that looks different than any machine damage I found. And I know that this is an older coin. It's interesting, like I feel like on this angle it looks totally different. Oh, that's the side. That's because it's 1919. There's 2 rows of 19. I know. Alright, so here, I'm just, I'll let you guys stare at it. I'm just going to pop over there because I'm curious, because I feel like I've never found... It's not really the best angle there, is it? Just give me 1 second. Because That would be cool to actually find something like that on the channel. Copper. Alright, we're in. So 1919, not 1991. San Francisco. We'll just go from there. Yeah, it's only showing a partial lower loop extending south of the lower right section of the mint mark. Okay, so that's a RPM or a mint mark over mint mark. Well, that's worth a lot of money. So I don't know, maybe this isn't. I thought that there was a 1919. Is it just, let me just take off San Francisco. Okay, there's a D over D, or is that a S over D? Alright, so maybe I'm getting excited for nothing, but I don't know, it looks... I'll zoom in here again. Like, that just looks like double wide. That doesn't really look... I mean... I can't even explain that as damage. I mean, yes, I feel like on the right side of it, it seems like it's a little bit bolder. You know, but it has depth. Like, serious depth. Let's see if I can find it on the... I feel like there's a nice angle, if we can get it. The T and the R. Oh yeah, we had the... Hold on, I gotta put it on this thing. My finger is getting stuck in the microscope lens. Yeah, it's like I feel like I don't know, I guess that's one thing. Say, like, if we look at the areas here, they kind of look pushed out. Like, look at the S. Like, you can kind of see the lines of the metal going towards the rim. The T is getting kind of pushed. So maybe it is machine damage. Maybe it's just like a really worn die. But I feel like there was a mint mark. Or I'm sorry, not a mint mark. There's a lamination error. Or a lamination peel. Kind of looks like a Papa Hat Smurf. Almost like a Papa Hat. But I don't know, maybe it really is just scooped. Maybe the 19 and the 1 and the 9 is supposed to be wire there. Yeah, maybe I should check the Variety Vista out as well. I know how to navigate copper coins a little bit faster, so I thought I would do that for the stream. I'm going to flip this one up so it doesn't get lost in oblivion. There's definitely a lamination on it, so I'll write that. And then maybe like a DD question mark, just so that I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to put this one to the side. We can keep looking, because it looks like, I feel like the top coin on this one it looked like a really nice teen. It's interesting, like the 0 for 1920. I never noticed how like kind of oval it was. Looks like there's a little rim ding there. or not a rim ding, a ding on his face. Got a little dinged up. It's like interesting kind of just stretched out lines on this one. This one here 100% looks cleaned. However, there is some interesting kind of lines to it. It looks like maybe someone tried to hole it. And maybe this is damage. I can't tell. I feel like 1919 has like a lot of lamination or like a bad metal alloy. Looks like they didn't get all the way through with the damage. Yeah, like this looks like a nail hole. That looks like a nail hole. Yeah, I think that 1919, I feel like I've heard or I've seen like a lot of certified, it seems like this is commonly struck through grease, or like these letters get just, they're gone. I see like a lot of metal alloys. I can't tell if this is like bad metal alloy here or if this is from being cleaned, or maybe it's both. The T area, yeah. But maybe we'll look at, just because this is another, or I guess this isn't a 1919S, but just, yeah, I feel like that other one was just, the 19 was way bigger. Yeah, the R. The R was even worse than the T area. Hey Paul Hampton, welcome. Hey, we had a pretty interesting looking coin just a minute ago. It's a 1919S. That the first 19 looked pretty doubled. I don't know if you want to take a look at that one and let us know what you think. Paul Hampton, welcome. Hope you're having a good night. So let's see. I guess I'll just move this out of the way. So we were just looking at this one a second ago. I don't see any other doubling on it. Hey Logan number 2. But curious what you think of this one, Paul. I feel like we looked it over. You know, I feel like the other one in the 9, maybe there's a little bit of extra thickness. You know, there almost looks like there's something on the top of the mint mark. But then the rest of the letters looked kind of worn. They kind of looked like they were being pushed towards the edge. There is like a little lamination error up here at the top of the coin. But I feel like nothing else really looks doubled on it. I don't know, maybe the Y, like the way the bottom and the top right. Yeah, that's what I was finding, that 1919s don't have much. This one just, like, especially the 1 here. Like, the 1 looks like it's a 1 with a 1, you know, like half over another 1 here. And it just, you know, the 1 looked like normal thickness, and then it looked like, you know, some extra. And kind of the same, like the 9, maybe the 9 is, maybe, well, or is that 9 double thickness as well? You always check on your other channel at night. Good plan. I know, I guess now that I look at this, like if you look at this 9, and then you look at this 9 is way thicker. And so maybe this one is scooped out here, but that for a 1 just, like even this 1 looks super, super thick. You think the 1 and the 9 is dye deterioration? Okay. That is definitely, I mean, I feel like looking at it the second time with you, trying to explain what I'm seeing, I did feel like I was seeing, I can show you the lamination up at the top. I feel like it's harder to see these things in the in the flips here. But I can't remember if anyone was at the channel last night as well. I'm sorry the power went out here in the middle of the stream around midnight. And so, sorry everybody, by the time I got back up, it was like well past midnight and everybody was gone. And I think it was possible that I could have come back. I had just never done it before, and so like I had to, oh yeah, and my computer decided once the power turned back on and started that it was going to update everything. Windows 10, awesome, right? So I had to wait, you get the screen that says, updating Windows 10, do not, restart or turn off computer. And so it took a long time, but then I think everything was set up. Like I got my other computer, my spare computer going before, so like I could see people talking for a little bit. But by the time I got it up, I realized that I'd forgotten to hit the stream button. Like I'd opened the OBS, the streaming software I use, and it's an interesting looking 0. I feel like the other 1920 we looked at, it was like tall and oval and skinny with equal sides, while this one, it's kind of lopsided. But I think I just needed to like hit start streaming on my OBS and I would have come back on. And instead by then, oh bummer, the 1919S, the RPM to the south in the DDR, or there is an RPM to the south in a DDR. I got this one here. The 0 has been damaged. Were you talking about that there is a not on this one, but just that the date and the mint has that or it has that RPM to the south and stuff? Yeah, but on the bright side, after streaming I think I started streaming on New Year's Day, I have not had the power go out one time. I've not had the power go out while streaming. I have not had the internet go out while streaming. So that has, I've been lucky. I'm sure that, like, what's it like to have a big stream and have everyone show up? And then, yeah, sorry guys. We're in the middle of a show. So yeah, now I know how to come back online, I think. So next time I will be a little bit more patient, because I feel like it keeps it going. Because when I came back on, it was like when I opened up my internet browser and went back to YouTube, it said still streaming, but like it was like not still streaming, and I think I just needed to hit the stream button and it would have come online. But by the time everything, Windows 10 had updated, it was like 12:15, 12:20 or something. So next time, if it ever happens, I have learned. And so it's probably better to learn these lessons, early on. It's like I feel like it's a lot easier to apologize to a couple people than it would be to like apologize to a lot of people. Here we've got some nice cleaning. Yeah, it's just interesting. Like, I mean, maybe I should have tried cleaning some coins so that I would have understood what coins looked like after you clean them, but I really seem to put away a lot of coins because they looked all bright and shiny, and maybe it's a proof coin. Maybe if I had read the book and realized they didn't make proof coins in 1925, I could have, saved some time. So if there's anybody out there, like thinking about buying a bunch of coins, read the books first, ask questions first, do your research first. Like, time is money. Like, it really, really is. You can learn a lot with time, and you can save a lot of money, and then you can do all the things that you wanted to do with money. Oh, yeah, it was funny. Like last night, there was a bunch of people and they were like, "Hey, I gotta go, but I'm gonna leave I'm gonna leave the browser going." And because I'm so close to getting 4,000 watch hours, and so people were being really nice and like trying to help out. And then I was enjoying just doing a super extra long stream, and then my power just decides to get turned off here, and it's like the one night where pretty much would have been guaranteed a few viewers if I just kept streaming and talking. That's an interesting looking mint mark, but I don't know, it's like I can almost imagine that I see an RPM here, but really I think it's that keyword, imagine. Yeah, I mean, the coin itself, the 1925 Logan, it definitely, it was clean. Like I'm maybe not thinking of any damage that it had, but I mean, I guess maybe this is a more fair example of what a lot of like teens and stuff you find look like. Or maybe this is a 28. And it's like some of these coins now, I'm like, why did I keep this? This looks like it's been smoothed and cleaned probably as well. When I look down on it, like this whole area, it gives off like a kind of like a red-brown luster look. It kind of gets lost here in the microscope. Thank you, Blue Sandy. Yeah, it was weird. Like, YouTube showed that I had 84 watch hours yesterday. But it only gave me credit for like 23, it looks like. This one's kind of interesting here. I mean, it kind of looks like a spooned coin. You can see how the rim has kind of come over here. I know, we'll take a look at the reverse. And I can see if this is wider than a normal coin. So what, it's a 19... Do we not get to see? It's a something D. So, like, is it possible? It's probably a 1919D. But if this was a 1914D, it probably wouldn't be worth too much. Hey, Robert Saves History, welcome to the channel. If you care for the giveaway, there is 4 giveaways. One ends tomorrow. You can find them in the description below the video. Just letting people know they're here. If people are wanting to, it's just a $10 PayPal Cash giveaway. But lately, in today's world, $10 can mean stuff to people. So, letting people know about that. So I don't think we're going to be able to see what this coin is here. While the rim here looks really cool, I'm guessing that this is like maybe like a washing machine. Like this was in a washing machine going round and round and round. Or that it was like somebody spooned it. But the interesting thing to me is that it looks perfectly round. So I don't know, it's just kind of interesting. The RPM for the 1919S is to the south and looks like 2 fragments out of the bottom of the S at the widest point of the S. Okay, we'll know what, so 2 fragments out of the bottom of the S at the widest point of the S. Do you have any thoughts on this one before I move on, Paul? It's definitely, if this was like just the rim, it would look way, way, way too big. It looks like it looks at 11, looks like a dryer. Yeah, it looked like a washing machine or a dryer. I guess it would be a dryer, you're right, not a washing machine. And it just basically goes round and round and round and round, getting banged on the rim. So maybe we'll... But it's like, I kind of felt like if it was a dryer, let's see, I swear my light is brighter on here. I thought that if it was a drier coin, that it would have like tons of like, yeah, I swear my light is a lot brighter. I thought that if it was a drier coin that it had like lots of uneven like bumps on it. Nice, Robert saves history. It should get wider. Yeah, that was what I thought was interesting on it too, is that you know, the dryer or spoon coin, well, maybe it did get wider. Maybe, like, let's say it was a dryer coin, but then let's say it got circulated and smoothed out. Maybe it started off as a dryer coin and then it just got smooth and basically the wider parts got worn off. Here, let's try a test. Oh, it is exactly 100% the same width and size. Like, it's no bigger than the next coin I pulled out. Maybe, no, wait, is it? It's the one, hold on, it's this one here. So it almost looks like it's a tiny bit wider, but it's, well, let me get them lined up. It's like just as thick. Right, so here we'll see the one that I was comparing it to. So this, you know, it's basically how it's supposed to look here. I'm interested if when we're gonna find, like, somewhere I had like a box of woodies where I feel like, you know, most of the coins went into flips, but I was really like the woodies, and so I was gonna make like a penny book of just coins with wood grain. So I'm excited that hopefully we will find that in the vault here. So yeah, I don't know with this coin. I mean, it almost looks like in the center of the coin it goes down. Like when I'm looking at it from up above, it almost looks like it's inverted. Does this get lost on the reverse? Yeah, it kind of almost, like, if you look at cent here on the reverse, or this whole area here, doesn't it almost look like it's been flattened, like it's been smashed down? I guess I didn't notice this at first because it's really kind of subtle, but I feel like the coin just barely, the center of Lincoln is a little bit lower. Maybe it was hammered? Maybe this is one of the coins I hammered into my Wetman coin folder when I was a kid. So maybe we're putting way too much thought into this one and it's just a penny that somebody hammered. Alright, we'll move on for a second. We can ponder. It's interesting when I like hit these coins that are just like a little bit different. So I think this one has been cleaned as well here, and it looks like it's got some spotting issues. Perhaps they were, almost thought I felt the earth move in there. I've never felt it, almost felt like I thought it felt it again. I've never felt an earthquake here. Wouldn't that be a great way to end the stream tonight? Yeah. It's like, yeah, sorry guys, power outage. Oh yeah, earthquake leveled my house. Sorry about that, guys. Here we have a, I don't know, this thing looks like maybe it's like gold plated. This thing is bright. It'd be nice to find a nice solid gold, like Lincoln replica. And then that's what the back looks like. I'm like, is that a lamination error there? What is that? I'm like more interested in the back now. I think it's damage. I think it got pushed. Too bad. I mean, like, look at this. Like, you know, it's like these ones are like kind of like the ones that I would keep because like I would hear like, you know, I'd never seen, like 20 years ago, I'd never seen an early proof wheat cent. And so like when I found a coin that was all like bright like this, you know, this coin is worn down. Sorry, I'm just trying to show you because this camera is total, it would show up totally different. I think there's another one like that. Maybe it's actually got some mint luster on it. I'm not sure, but here we have another 1919. But yeah, I would find these coins that, you know, that have been cleaned, but I would think that maybe it's a proof coin or maybe it's a proof coin that's been cleaned. Like I hear these are worth a lot of money, but they would just look different, and so I wouldn't know how to classify them, and so then all of a sudden I've saved them for a really long time. Yeah, like look how thick the one on the 1919 here is. You know, it doesn't have that doubled look, but maybe the ones in 1919s are really thick. So I mean, it's one of those things where it's like when you look at a bunch of coins for a different mint and year, you really start to get a feel. Like, you know, like let's look at the 1920 here again. You know, for the most part, it's like the zero on these is like really upright and kind of like a square oval. While like, you know, other zeros on wheat cents are like really big and really round. But I feel like it's good to like look at a bunch of coins just to get to know them, and like then it's like, you know, you find a lot more answers. I don't know if this is a lamination error here. Chemical environmental stuff. And I was touching it. No, it was like a science experiment. I can see that. I'm on the fence with this one, whether this is a lamination error. I want to say a lamination error because whatever went that deep didn't just take out the wheat ear there. It is interesting too how the wheat ear, where it should go through, there's actually wheat lines intact and everything else is smooth. Maybe that was lower, and so that it imprinted lower into the lamination air, while everything else was higher and missed it. It's a lamination air, cool. And the other was a Coke coin. Yeah, like doesn't, if you put like a coin in Coca-Cola, doesn't it like dissolve the coin? Or it's like, I feel like I remember experiments, like if you put like a tooth in like Coca-Cola, like, and you come back in a couple days, the tooth is gone, and like the penny is like gone. Like, all right, so here we may have another Coke penny. I feel like you guys can see this one. It's 1924. This thing is like bright. And the reverse here. I know, it's like they only did a little bit of the reverse. It's kind of an interesting shape too. It's kind of like a mushroom cloud or like a nuclear blast here. And it looks like the coin possibly before it was heavily cleaned, like it was an okay coin, but maybe this happened a long time ago. There's a lot of science classes out there. But won't this make a nice a nice top to the roll here? It's like, oh wow. It's like through the cap somebody could just barely make, see, oh, it's a 1924. Oh, it looks BU, like, oh, it's been cleaned. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like, speaking of saving stuff, it's like I've been buying a lot of, um, you know, early silver, just because I feel like a lot with silver spiking and gold spiking, I feel like a bunch of older coins are just gonna like get melted down. I feel like every time like silver goes up. So I've been buying as much like silver as I can, like nice kind of examples of stuff, because I feel like the higher it goes up, the more is just gonna disappear here. And hopefully I can get it graded so that it can get protected. Oh no, this one just looks nice. It's gonna go on a flip. I'll protect this penny for just a little bit longer. I know the flips probably aren't the best place to put these, but it's probably better in that flip by itself than it is with these two coins that have been cleaned being on each side of it. It's like a Joker penny. It's like why so serious? Kind of missed his mouth there though. So yeah, this one looks like it has been cleaned. We'll keep on moving on. Varnishing. Yeah, I get coins that they have like it looks like they put like I don't know, like mineral oil on them. It's like they'll have like just like a layer on them that's like, it almost looks like it's gonna feel greasy, but it appears to be like solid. It's like, it definitely seems like, or like a nail polish or something. I guess you're saying varnish. It's like I've seen, what is it, that plastic that people put different coins in, like lucite, I think it is. Like they kind of look cool, like it's like a Franklin mint set, or it's like a mint set, and it's all like suspended in like lucite, and it's just like all the coins are like floating, like turned in different directions, and they look really pretty in them, but I'm like, wait, you can see the coins, appreciate the coins until it gets all scratched up probably, but like, can you get the coins? Are they like permanently in there forever? I feel like this is a better looking 1919. I feel like it probably doesn't have super value to it, but I feel like it's a nice example of the year. Like, I'll give it a flip. I feel like we did find some nicer looking older coins in the beginning of the show, and it's been interesting too though. Like it seems like we've been kind of in like teens and 20 lands for most of the show. I feel like we've barely seen any modern coins. Alright, so I see a 1, 9, and a 9. I'm not sure what I see in between there. I almost want to imagine that I'm seeing a 1909. Maybe we'll flip it over, just check out the reverse. It's like sometimes it's like, if you can see a VDB on the back, then you don't have to think about it so much. I don't really see anything. This coin looks pretty worn. Guess we can zoom in just for a second. I'm not going to be able to tell. I saved these coins because I thought one day I'll have a microscope and I can look at them really up close, and that'll just tell me what I need to know. But sometimes a microscope can't help you. I know there's better microscopes, but really by the time you get to a certain level, you're getting so close you can't see the detail because you're inside the detail. See, 19S, I believe. Yeah. It might be worth looking at that S. Kind of almost looks like there's a S to the right of the S, which I think is not what the RPM is for this one. So I think it's just the texture of the coin and my brain creating an idea of what something could be. Ooh. And I think that this is going to be one of those cases where we get closer, where did that S go? It is gone. We shall move on. Right, we have gone back in time to the year 1910. This coin looks like it has been cleaned. It's pretty smooth. You can read everything, which is nice about it. So this was, I believe, the top coin on the roll. This is when I was like, ooh, this one's going to be nice. But I feel like it's had light cleaning, and I don't feel like it is as promising as it looked when I flipped over the roll. I don't know. I can check. I feel like maybe if I'm lucky at midnight, YouTube will... If I'm lucky at midnight, YouTube will I'll check here 1 second. Still says 1327. I'm not really believing it. Let me check one thing real quick. I'm not seeing anything on this one. I feel like it's not quite as good as it looked like. There were a couple nice looking ones here though. A flashlight from the side. Yeah, like I feel like the original like loop that I had, it was like my grandfather's. It was just like a little, it was like, I don't know, like a little rectangle about this big, and you like look through the hole, and it also had like just a little loop on the end, but then there was like this light that came from an angle. It was really good for looking at coins with. So here we've got another roll here. I'm figuring that if I go a little bit longer, if you guys are down, that tomorrow when we wake up we'll be at 4,000 watch hours. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like YouTube's messing with me. We shall see. So it looks like next up we have a 1939S. Maybe we'll get more lucky. I have no idea what's going to be in this roll. It's one of the things I like about doing these rolls is that I know at some point I found something about every single coin, but I don't know what it's gonna be because I haven't looked at them in like 15, 20 years. I mean, I wonder what it would be like to, like, I haven't like gotten a 5,000 count bag of wheat pennies in like forever. Like it's been like 15 years probably. It would almost be interesting to like buy one just to like kind of see what I can find if I went through one these days. Like if it's just like I don't know what the quality of things are like anymore. I haven't gone through things in so long. It's like ridiculous. Like, has anybody here bought like a 5,000 count? I mean, I don't recommend it, but has anybody bought like a 5,000 count unsearched bag of wheat pennies or like a large bulk lot from like eBay or somewhere lately? Like, for me, it's like I just don't know if like, these things are like, I do see them on eBay. I've searched just to see what the price is. But that's about all I know. I do feel like when I started searching them, I would find lots of errors in every bag. And I feel like the last 5 years or so, it was just becoming like less and less and less. And I'm not sure if that had any reason to stopping looking through them. I think I started to like do more once I got my Rydale and I had a bunch of banks and I was just, going through bank rolls. I feel like looking for copper was almost more productive. And I think I got into buying flying eagle pennies, which I have a lot of flying eagle pennies now, not nearly as much as I used to. I definitely sold off most of them. This one kind of reminds me of that other one that I wasn't sure if it was just damage, but I think that it was like a lamination error. Because like the pattern on this one, well, I guess maybe not. Like this one's definitely been scratched up and damaged on the front. So why couldn't that be what's going on the reverse? Maybe it's a bad metal alloy, which is kind of the same thing as lamination error. There's definitely some scratching up and down there, but I think that this is just a bad metal mix. That's kind of I don't know if this has been lacquered. It's kind of an attractive looking 1917p. Yeah, this one's getting a flip. I mean, it's brown, but it's like showy. I mean, like one of the things I was always hoping was, it's like if you look at the price of like one of the like matte proofs from the teens, like they're they're expensive. But it's like I always thought like, what if I found like like a proof in the teens like in bulk? But I don't think I ever did. I feel like this one looked a lot nicer without the flip on it. Like I feel like I just hit the lights. Whenever I try to get any of the showy angle, the plastic reflects off the lights instead of the coin. Like this one, like I'm not sure. I feel like this one, unless that glossiness is like lacquer or something like you were talking about, Paul, I feel like that one would maybe be worth getting graded, but then again, I feel like a coin has to be like MS64, like brown. Like I feel like an MS64 brown is pretty affordable still. It is true, Paul. And I've definitely, like, Super Silverman was definitely recommending, like, hey, sort everything out. And it's tough. I mean, maybe I'll do that for after we end up going through everything. Which I hate to say, like, hey, you guys might see a rehash of these same roles. But it's like, one of the things that makes it fun for me, and I think it makes it fun for other people, is not knowing what the next coin is going to be. I mean, on that said, like the same way, like, people seem to enjoy like the mint sallow rolls, where we do look at all the same coin and the um, same mint mark and same coin, same year. Um, this one looks like a better looking 1919p. But I do agree. And I mean, I was thinking about that earlier in this episode too, of just, okay, if I had, all the 1919s, then, everybody watching could have, copper coins open or something like that, and everybody could, be like looking for, everyone, we'd have 10 pairs of eyes on the coin as we go through everyone, looking for particular things. Um, and so, I mean, that's, I guess, like, so I guess one thing is like, yeah, I enjoy not knowing what it's going to be. And at the same time, like maybe in the future, I can sort everything out. Like one thing I can say is, I do have like my roll sorting box, from when I used to sell single coins. It's still full. When I stopped selling single coins, they all just stayed where they were. I never sold any of the partial rolls off. And so if we start doing episodes of that, there was a lot of nice coins in those rolls, and we'll be looking at solid date. I also have, I sold off my roll collection, but even when you sell off your collection, I keep finding like solid date rolls. I keep finding mixed rolls, like just, I'm sorting through a box and I find stuff, or I move a box and I'm like, oh, there's coins in this box. I thought I got rid of all this stuff. And so there will be tons and tons and tons of them. Yeah, it would be definitely sweet. I mean, I buy a lot, like whenever I see like teens in, MS condition, if I'm able to pick them up, I definitely buy them on eBay or any other site. Um, I feel like in the beginning of this pandemic, for lack of better descriptions of terms and time, I feel like there were a lot of really nice coins from the teens and 20s. I feel like I was seeing tons of collections coming up. And all of a sudden, I feel like all the really nice, high quality older coins, I'm not seeing those ones come up for. I'm seeing lots of coins come up for sale at auction, but I feel like it's more modern stuff. I feel like I'm seeing the Indian head cents, the really nice large cents, the flying eagle cents. I'm seeing almost none of that up at auction. I'm not seeing any of the quality coins from the teens and 20s, like maybe one or two from the teens or one or two from the 20s, like a week. But it's just interesting. Like a bunch of really nice coins were coming up regularly in the beginning, and then it's like they're all going somewhere else, and I don't know where that is. But I also am curious, because if people can't sell their collections, if someone's not a coin dealer on eBay, I think in managed payments they're not able to sell coins on eBay now. And so I'm like, where are all these people? How much longer until I'm done? I think I've got about 2/3 of a roll here, Logan. I think this is going to be the last one, because it will probably be a little bit after midnight before we finish here. But yeah, I'm interested, like the number I've been watching on eBay is the total amount of buy it nows in the US coin category, graded by PCGS, and the number is just going down, down, down every day. Pretty much since the beginning of the month, it's just gone down every day. This one has been cleaned and is super bright on the reverse. Do you have school tomorrow, Logan? Some of the people were saying earlier that they have their first day of school tomorrow. It's 1918S. It's kind of a funny looking S. You're fighting to keep that number up. Ah. Yeah, yes, please do keep that number up. I mean, I have another probably 100 coins in the mail, maybe more once I finish paying for everything. So hopefully I'll be able to get it back up over 122,000, but pretty much every day on eBay, like the number, it's been going down about 400 items. And I'm just like, is everyone stopping listing stuff, or is everything just getting bought up? Like, I need to look at the numbers and figure out what's going on, like see how many sold items there are on average a day in comparison to before. I'm just really, really curious of what's going on eBay. Yeah, I'm tired tonight too. If you've got to go to bed, I understand. And thanks for being here, Logan. Looks like maybe it's been scooped out a little bit. That's what I think meant Blue Sandy as well. And it's interesting too because like they're saying, oh, basketball and baseball is, like the biggest new category, and it's like they're giving people 50,000 free listings to list there. It's almost like they're like, hey guys, you won't be able to sell coins and manage payments. However, baseball and basketball are a new booming business, and we'll give you 50,000 free listings if you just start selling baseball and basketball coins instead. Which I guess that's nice of them to do, but I don't understand why they're forcing everyone out of it. It's like the banks are like, hey, give us back our change, and eBay's like, you can't sell change on here anymore. Huh. And I'm trying to look at the bottom of the serif here. This is a 49. I guess the 9 kind of looks the same. And I think that this one is just damaged, like in a way. I keep wanting to see like a doubling on the bottom serif or a split. It's just funny to me, like it's like I never would have thought that like coin collecting would be considered like something not socially acceptable to do on the internet. And it's like maybe it kind of has nothing to do with the coins themselves. Maybe there's some like, like illegal activity that somehow is being done through coins. Like, I mean, say like fine art, like I'm sure there's tons of fraud, and like a bunch of rich people are like, oh yes, this artist is, the best upcoming artist, and so we value their art at like $1 billion, and then they all like buy and sell that art, and then the whole time they've just been making up like numbers, and then new buyers come in and they buy up the art, and then everyone's like, like everyone leaves after selling the stuff for double what they want, and then they're like, now this person is the best artist, and really it has nothing to do with it, just they make something exclusive and hype it up, and I don't know. The frustrate Hold on. In Massachusetts, if you have $600 in transactions, you have to report it as income and pay sales tax. Chuck screams through them, but you are arranging dates. In a lot of cases, he isn't. Yeah, coins are. I'm sorry, Paul. I feel like I've heard you say, and I just want to say, like I really appreciate your help, and I really value your opinion, and I'm not trying to frustrate you. I think I'm trying to keep things going fast enough so that I don't know. I'm trying not to bore anybody, or I'm not trying to waste time on a coin, um, and yeah. Then trying to find a coin several backs is always fine. Yeah, I totally agree. Maybe I can mess around with the latency, like I was talking about the other day, because I believe that it is possible to. I feel like it is possible to make it less latency. Where's the coin? There it is. Alright, so this one has been cleaned here. Yeah, I definitely agree that it can be hard. Um, it's like, unless something is like really major and like jumping in our faces, it can be hard to pick up. And it's like, I know you or anyone else watching, like you guys can't focus it. You can't like tilt it a certain way that you guys could see something. And I will try to be more conscious of trying to show everything. One second, just had a pop up on the computer blocking chat. Okay. Check out this S here. It's like, I wish I could get some $50. I feel like, I know that a lot of people look for, um, silver and $50, but, after trying to like buy a bunch of Kennedys and Franklins, it's like, like especially the Kennedys, like I'm interested in like, I don't see many kind of high grade Kennedys up. Like I feel like if I was to try to assemble like a collection of Kennedy $50, I feel like it would be much harder than I would have thought. It's like, with like wheat pennies, it seems like there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. Like, if you go and search by date or mint, you have like 100 of each to choose from. And when I look through different coins, it just doesn't seem to be the same. But it's probably one of the last coins that I could easily search. Like the banks here don't even carry half dollars. I feel like the only way I could really get half dollars is just by buying, out of registers. Like, maybe I could like tell a store like, hey, I really, really, really like half dollars. Will you save them for me? And that's like, basically I'd have to have friends hook me up. Yeah, I've been trying to, go through some at the end of the stream, like anything that kind of looked really interesting. And I know last night we didn't get to do a recap because um, everything crashed. But um, I guess one thing that I can do is, in the future, like I know there's quite a bit more of these, but it's like I would like to get everything organized by date and mint. And so, if there, is specific varieties or specific errors that we're trying to find, I could go through stuff and pull all the ones of that date and all the ones of that mint out. So, Blue Sandy, you were saying that so if you sell more than $600 in Massachusetts, you have to report it and pay income. And so is that basically, just like any income, like you're selling something income? I mean, it's like I guess, yeah. I feel like the government doesn't like things that are like highly liquid, that you can just kind of dispose of, or like sell on the street. Like they don't want people bartering, like they don't want people trading. They don't want people flipping. They want everybody to buy and sell and exchange. They want a transaction of everything so that they know where everything is. Yeah, when I hit like I used to just buy and sell coins as a hobby, and then it was I guess I bought and upgraded my registry set, um, and I got 1099 because I sold more than $20,000 of the coins that I had upgraded, and so I was like, oh, so I guess I've got to report this as income because I got 1099, and so then I had to go back and report everything as income, and it was kind of interesting. But I was like, okay, well, I should do this as a business because I'm already having to report it as income, and so it turned into a business. If I sent you $600, it'd have to, yeah. I mean that makes sense, but it's just interesting though because it's like it feels like I guess that's like government want. Yeah, I guess because it would be considered up. You can give anyone up to $600 a gift. Is that how it works? But if it's more than $600, then it's considered income and no longer a gift. It's just amazing, like all the rules and stuff that are written. Yet people who have lots of money, there's rules that are written so that those people can keep all their money. But like all the rules are written so that people, if they get a few dollars, they get it taken away. I mean, I hear like there's laws where if you move into a state, you have to report like or you have to report all property you're bringing with you into the state, and you have to pay taxes on all that money. Like if you have like a bunch of like stuff you own, you have to like pay taxes to like move into a different state. Like they're like, oh, you're moving here, we want some of what you got. It's like shakedown laws. Yeah, it's like it's basically up to the financial institutions. Like I feel like the government's basically like, you have to report this. If you don't report these people, it's on you. Like we're gonna get you. And so then like banks and companies have to create a way to make a paper trail so that they can collect the information so that they can report it. I feel like this is, it's all within the last like 15 years or something. And I would understand it if it was just the United States, because I feel like our government would have authority, but I feel like they have basically made it like a worldwide thing where it's like all governments, all banks, all entities, and like those countries will get in trouble if they don't comply with like US tax laws. And it's like, what sovereignty does the U.S. have to impose their tax code onto other countries that didn't, like agree or vote or participate or are even in the same country? It's like, oh, well, your country can't do country with our country, and we're the biggest economy in the world, so do it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's always one thing that I thought was interesting about Massachusetts. Everyone talks about it as a state, but it's like a commonwealth, not a state. Um, I wonder how many commonwealths we have. Like, I feel like Massachusetts is the only one I think of as a commonwealth. And what exactly does commonwealth mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, like I remember when I lived near you, Blue Sandy, like we would drive like up to Vermont to buy things. I think there was no tax in Vermont, or maybe, oh yeah, you couldn't buy alcohol in Massachusetts on a Sunday. And so we'd drive up to Vermont on Sundays. If you weren't smart enough to like get yourself a beer on Saturday for Sunday, your only options were basically to drive up to um, all the way up there. Yeah, Massachusetts is just, I feel like it's just different. I don't know. Like, there was a lot of things I loved about that place, and there's a lot of things I don't miss about it. But, at the same time, there's like, California's got a lot of weird stuff going on in it too. Um, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, like, I feel like when I lived in Massachusetts, they called it what was it, Massachusetts? I can't even remember, Taxachusetts. That's what they called it. But I think that California is better at taxing people than Massachusetts. Yeah, no, they definitely do. Yeah, didn't what was the Kennedys on? What was the name of the island? I can't remember. It's like the county that I live in here in California is bigger than the state of California, or bigger than the state of Massachusetts. It like blows my mind. Like it's like Massachusetts driving from the west to the east, is it's like it takes longer. I think it was like 2 hours, from the western Massachusetts to like the ocean, and it takes longer than that here in Humboldt, Nantucket. That's what I yeah. Is it midnight? Oh, here, let's check that out. See, I feel like it didn't, say 3927?
Oh,
No. Dude, they're messing with me. It's at 3,975. Alright, well, tomorrow, I don't think I've gotten under, so wait, that was only like 31 watch hours, or was that 41? But I don't think it's been under 30 hours in like months. So tomorrow at this time at midnight, or tomorrow morning, depends on when it updates, we will be at 4,000 watch hours. I feel like it's a day behind. Maybe it's 2 days behind. I don't know how it works. You know, these big companies work in mysterious ways. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for the help. It's just been, I know we're not officially there yet, but it's like, I feel like I could, I don't know, like, any, I feel like it'll go there. There's nothing that can happen now that it won't. So thank you, everybody. You guys have been awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Interesting chip on the 5. Well, I think I was thanking you guys. I'm not sure. Oh, on this one here. To me, it looks like. Hold on, I was just like, oh, what's that on the S there? I didn't notice that the first time. Um, to me, it looks like it was like more filled in the center, and then it kind of spilled out. But yes, we are close. I feel like we're close enough that I need to like figure out what to do. Thank you, Muscle Shell. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Paul Hampton. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Blue Sandy. Thank you for searching for those scavenger hunts and finding them, Blue Sandy. And thank you, Logan, for finding the scavenger hunt that you found. And thank you, Accredited Coins, for the support. And thank you, Blue Sandy, again, and thank you, Paul Hampton, for all the knowledge. I really appreciate your guys' thoughts and opinions on the coins. Hopefully, I feel like we found 2 RPMs here in the beginning, and I feel like we haven't found any after. Yes, Paul. All you are is a few hours. I'm sorry, this is the end of our relationship. Um, sorry, no. That was a joke in case my humor at midnight is really, really bad. Thank you guys. Now we'll have to figure out what the next goal is. Like I feel like I was thinking about it earlier today was when I was first starting to make videos, I was just doing PCGS. Like I didn't even start streaming for 4 months after I started making videos, and I was like, I'm gonna make 1,000 videos. And so I made 1,000 videos, and then I was like, now what? And like I kind of was like, okay, I made the goal, and it's like I started to like lose the ambition. And so then I was like, well, I guess my next goal is 1100 or 1500, and so I work towards that. And it's like I feel like my next goal here is to get to 5,000 videos, because we're at like, I think I'm at like 4,000. I think I'm almost at 4,900 videos. You would think that by the time I made 4,900 videos on YouTube that I'd already be at 4,000. It kind of like seems, I feel like I didn't do YouTube's algorithm where you do like 2 to 3 videos a week, and like for 10 to 12 minute long, just whatever. YouTube didn't want to promote me or whatever, but I'm stubborn and I just kept making videos. And I don't know, I wanted to do what I enjoyed doing, and I didn't want to be like forced into, you know, doing what they say I have to do. Like, isn't that the point of YouTube, that like we be ourselves? And it's like I feel like I could have like put on a persona for you guys and been someone that I'm not, and people would laugh, or like it would just sell. But I felt like it would like, I don't know, like it would be work, and this is supposed to be fun for me. This is what I do after work. This is what I do after I work all day on eBay and making videos. So I wanted to keep this fun, and I figured if it was going to start to be work, it would not be fun. Yeah, now, oh yeah, the next is keeping those watch hours. Of course, why didn't I think of that? So I bet, yeah, I don't know if if it's a monthly rolling average or if it's like a yearly thing where every year you have to be. But definitely I feel like I've gotten, and who knows, maybe I feel like I've heard people, they get watch hours and then they take it away. I've seen my watch hours go down. So for all I know, tomorrow I'll wake up and be like, hey guys, I'm at 2,000 watch hours. I need 2,000 more. That would, I might have to cry for a few minutes if I did, but at the same time, that's why I chose to do something that I enjoyed doing, because it really doesn't matter if they give me the 4,000 or not. I feel like if for them to let me get 4,000 and then take it away, that would be like kind of messed up. That'd be like, hey, let's torture this guy. It'll be fun. It's like now we know where all the executives from eBay went when they lost their job for sending that pig mask in the mail. They all work for YouTube now. Awesome. Every year. Let me back up here. I didn't see a split serif on it, but I trust your eye. I'm starting to trust your eye, Paul, more than my own. Okay, not that one. Definitely not that one. I think I grabbed too many. Oh. I think you must have been talking. I don't even think I saw that. Yeah, I kind of agree there. If this is the one you're talking about, this one looks kind of like it goes with Nagini, Voldemort's snake here. Yeah, how? So is it Paula? So I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. So it's Paula Bloom that's taken over Ken's show, and I'm just curious, like, how does, like, how, like, if somebody dies, bless him, but I guess I'm just trying to figure out, like, say, like, I died, and, like, like, my family wanted, can a family member, like, take over a channel? Is there something in the terms of service? It could just be junk. I thought it could, like, I definitely looked like it kind of like split off like that, which was interesting. But it's like I just wonder like what the laws are. Like if somebody dies, what happens? You know, with a YouTube channel, what happens to the videos? Does YouTube have something in their contract? Huh. I mean, this one's got some damage on it, but the middle of that serif looks. I'm sorry, not the serif. The middle of the S looks super doubled. What is this? 41. You don't know, but they have you go in and watch a video. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad that they can still like do stuff. And so it sounded like Paula Bloom was going to take over the channel. Like I feel like I remember did they basically I I feel like I only watched about 10 shows just because I didn't even find out about them until like 4 months ago or I'm sorry, like about 6 months ago probably. No, I guess I think I remember back in like the beginning of November, I think. So wow, yeah, this year's gone by fast. So like 2/3 of a year. Yeah, like I mean, it's like maybe if it's like considered a business or something like that. That last one was really interesting. I don't know. Well, I'm glad because that show definitely had a lot of movement. It definitely had a lot of energy to it. And so I think that that is cool that the show is going to keep going on. And I should go over there sometime. I've been trying, like, I got to go over to Big Flip's show today, and I spent a little while there before my show started. And then it was funny because they announced the 100 like giveaway like 5 minutes before I had to like come on for my show, and I'm like, I gotta go. They're like, stay. I'm like, I gotta go. They're like, stay. I'm like, I'm gonna stay another minute, then I gotta go work. And so I missed that. But it's like I'm trying to like check out a different channel every day. Um, it's just I'm not at it's like Copper Coins is one of my favorite ones. I really enjoy watching Chuck. I feel like I learn a lot. Yeah, I'd want to think that you could give away like the rights of a video. I just don't know if like like one of the scary things is like Facebook. People like Facebook is like an interesting place because people put so much information up there. But I heard that something like in a few years there will be, or it was something like in 10 years, if everyone still has their Facebook accounts, there will be more dead people with Facebook accounts than living people. And like that just like blew my mind. It's basically going to be like a graveyard where you can like go and like look and learn about different people's lives that are no longer alive. It's basically like a snapshot of that person. But I mean, it's interesting for me. It's like I don't know how many hours I've actually recorded here on YouTube, but it's like when I tried to watch all my own videos, like it takes a long time. I made a lot of videos, and I'm like, a part of me is going to be on the internet forever here. Like it's like I don't think that was my intention. I was just like, I'll make videos, like, and so I don't know. It's just gonna be interesting. Like, it's like kids could like watch me in 20 years. Grandkids could watch me in 20 years. Like, space aliens could watch me in 100 years. It's like, who knows? Like, I don't know about this one. I feel like the mint mark on it was kind of like scooped. A memorial account. And can a memorial account, not that it really matters, but can a memorial account be monetized? Or like, can memorial accounts not be or monetized? Can I monetize a memorial? Sounds wrong. You know, but it's like, I'm sure if like, say like Michael Jackson had YouTube videos, you know, his family would probably want to own the channel or the videos. It's like an interesting crack. Maybe that's like a die crack. But the 4 has like a crack going right through it. Oh, you can make the on Facebook. Yes, yes. Yeah, I don't think people. Maybe there are maybe like large famous people who go on Facebook. Maybe they can monetize their Facebook channels. I don't know. I feel like you know, different companies definitely, you know, like Twitter wants to keep its you know, famous people on Twitter because people like to, you know, visit and watch their pages and stuff. I'm not sure what to think of the crack on that one there. Like I would assume that's just a die crack, but like to me that seemed like a really, like not a place I normally see a crack running through a coin, especially one that's not running through the sides. I will flip it away for later. I'm wondering if I even saw that in it originally. You know, it's like these coins for some reason I put away a long time ago. Some of them are more obvious than others. It's like I question whether I had better eyes back then than I do now. That's also one of the reasons I wanted to go through these coins, was because I was like, what if I lose my vision in the future? You know, it's like, you never know, like, so I was like, I should probably go through them all, and if there is anything in here, I should know what it is. Because, you know, you could have someone help you go through stuff if you lost your eyesight, but you would be like, you know, it's like, what do you see? I know, it's like, is that a split in the bottom of the 4, the first 4? Like, you know, it's like I can kind of see like a little line on the inside of the 4 and on the outside, but then there's like kind of like a spur, like if it was a boot on the back of that 4 there. And then it's funny how this one kind of kicks forward. It's got like a little toe. I mean, maybe it's just machine damage. I feel like you seem to always love the 1944s. I always think the 1944s are interesting. They definitely don't look like any other date to me. Like the super sharp 4 that looks like it has like a bird beak on its end here. Like, I swear these do not look like any other 4s. I feel like they did this so that people wouldn't make like 1914 Ds out of like every single one. Like, it must have already been known that that was kind of a better date. Is there a mint mark on here? Yes, there is. And it's like, is that damage to the bottom serif, or is that like a split? And can I get it to focus? I think my body is starting to tell me that it is late. And what is that? I think we'll have to zoom out here in a second. Maybe that is a natural part of the coin. I'm going to need to zoom out. Yeah, I feel like you always want to see whoop. I feel like you always want to see the 1944s. And you seem good with the 1944s too. Like it seems like you know what you're looking for. It's like whatever I was seeing there, I don't see it now. Maybe that was the bow tie and I'm just not used to looking at the bow tie. I don't know about that one. Here, I do want to see if I can just see. Okay, it was kind of in the coat. Some water. Alright, so it does look like we are maybe less than 10. You're marking NFICs. Oh, it's totally cool. Tell me about, well, I guess you're marking NFICs, but I was going to say, tell me about NFICs because, so they're not intended, NIFC, not intended for circulation. And so do they all just come out of mint sets? Is that how it works? And then if you find a NFIC in circulation, it's because somebody had it in, you know, a mint set, and then somehow it ended up not in a mint set. They definitely interested me because I've started to try to put together a $50 collection, and I definitely noticed that there's just not nearly as many of them around. And you know I can buy mint sets, and I know I can buy proof sets of them. Um, but I'm also curious because it seems like MS63 and MS64 Kennedy $50 for a lot of dates seem to be the normal. Um, and in my head, I want to imagine that because the coins are so large and heavy, that there's more things that can happen to them as far as damaging them. And so it's like, I guess in my head, I want to believe that it's acceptable for a Kennedy $50 to be a lower grade. Like to me, it almost feels like an MS64 is like an MS66 wheat cent. And I don't know if that is like kind of correct, but it's like, I guess I feel like it's harder for a Kennedy to get like an MS66 grade than for a penny. But I'm totally new to them, so I guess for me I'm just not seeing a ton of them on the market. And so I don't know if it would be something that would be good to like bulk grade, because I feel like I see a hole in the market where there, is probably demand for them. The few that I've bought so far, about a bunch of them have sold. And so it's like if I'm able to buy them at a good price at auction and they sell pretty quick, it seems like there's a demand for them. But I'm just trying to understand because like it might make sense for me to, buy a bunch of mint sets and then kind of like cherry pick them and try to get some graded. But it's like in my head, I wouldn't want to imagine that, if you bought a mint set, I would expect like it to be like an MS63, MS64 quality at the minimum. Okay, so those two dates were the original ones, but after Kennedy, but any Kennedy after the date of 2002 are all and low mintage. Very interesting. It's like this is something I didn't know, when I was trying to put like a $50, like a circulated $50 collection together when I was younger. And there were some dates. I think a 70 was probably one, and probably the 87 was the other one. And I looked and looked and looked and looked. Like every time I got a $50, I'd look for one. And it was probably thoroughly stacked against me, because not many sets were probably broken up and, being circulated yet. The Kennedy $50 were selling on eBay for $250. It's funny because I only buy I've started to buy proof sets. I bought quite a lot of proof sets early, but in the 50s. And I haven't really bought any from the 60s, but there's a lot of proof sets ending tomorrow. There's somebody has a bunch of 10 stacks and 24 stacks of mint sets of every single date and mint. It looks like a pretty crazy auction tomorrow. Trying to remember why. So I'm just kind of picking up some of the ones here that were left. But NFICs, they don't have any silver in them, correct? Well, I guess maybe, would the 1970 have silver in it? Or was 1969 the last year to have silver? I like that one. I'm just going to skip that one for a second, then we'll come back to it at the end. I kind of like that one. Just kind of trying to rule ones out here. Yeah, I think I want to decide that this one with the super big rim here, it's maybe a dryer penny that has been hammered. Yeah, it fits right in a penny roll perfectly. Wow, look at that green. It's almost looks like it's crystallized inside there. It's grimy. Now I'm wait, why is this penny here? Oh yes, so this was, I don't know, I feel like I can kind of see a circular motion below. Reverse. Wait, 1976 had 40%. Was that a commemorative one or a bicentennial one? Okay, yeah, I feel like I can see scrapes on that, wiping it out. A land special. This, I think, was our showpiece here. I don't know. It's like kind of like, it totally looks like a snake's head here. It's like a Voldemort Nagini air. I don't actually know if, I guess I can look and see. I'm pretty sure if there is a 1945 RPM that looks like a snake, like a cobra ready to like just strike, I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty easy to spot. Both clad and special sets. Okay. So I'm going to put that one in a flip just because I've decided I love this coin. And we're going to name it Nagini, because that is strangely what it reminded me of. Even though I think Nagini is like, wasn't it like a boa constrictor? Or like it was a constrictor and not a viper. But Nagini it is. Somebody going through the flip there someday is going to be like, a what? So this one is the RPM we found. It's a 1957D. I feel like this one is pretty nice. I feel like we can see it pretty easily. Yeah, I remember, I think it's like lincoins.com. Like they have like a list of the mintages of all the different proof coins. And I like that one just because everything's like goes down in a nice order. So that was the RPM that we found earlier. I thought we had a second RPM, but I only see one. And I think that I put away some. I don't think we got to go back through the RPMs last night, and so I put the RPMs to the side. Yeah, I think I actually bought some of that set in the last couple days. So this one is another 1957, 1957D RPM. And I feel like this one, once I put it in the flip, it became a lot harder to see. I felt like it was a lot easier before, but you can see the notch on the bottom, or the split serif on the bottom. I feel like the top is harder to see, and I think there's like a little bit of damage on it. And this one is another 57D. I feel like the top one is easier to see the split, and then on the bottom there's like that little bright speckled gold. I feel like that is like right over where the split is on the bottom, and it just totally makes it impossible to see. And so I know we didn't get to see these tonight, but these were the ones we didn't get to see at the end of the show yesterday. Yeah, the top looked damaged. And I believed this one was here. This one was a 57D as well. But this one kind of looked different. Like, I mean, it's like I almost feel like I wanted to think that it was just dirt or debris, but like when I look at it like that, I feel like we can see the bottom one pretty clear. Just I feel like the deeper orange part of it made me want to think that it was like just some buildup of material. But I feel like the rest of the coins, it had that same kind of brown to it. And this one's a 1954D. I feel like this one shows up through the flip pretty nicely. I'm not sure what all these streaks are, if that's cleaning or if that's just the natural dye there. And then the last one, oh no, I'm sorry, this is not an RPM. This is the one that looked like a partial collar strike on the front. And then on the reverse, this is the one from 2 nights ago that I just left out in case somebody had any more thoughts on it. But you know, I know that it kind of looks interesting from here, but it's like when I'm zoomed in more on it, it really makes an interesting pattern. Like, I think, like, my best thought is that a dime got crushed up against the coin and its rim pushed into the edges here. That's my guess, is that a dime did that to the coin. The two got pressed together. It's definitely, I've seen things that looked like this, but they were man-made, but this one doesn't seem man-made. So we did that one. I think that was everything. There was this coin here. There were two here that I was like, maybe I want to come back to that. So this one, kind of before looked like the bottom serif maybe was split. I'm not quite as convinced anymore. It's interesting, just I have a different angle here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one aside for a little while. Like, I feel like that one's got a story behind it. And then there is this one, which I don't think that this is machine damage. I think that is, but it's like, it's weird because like the top of the serif doesn't look split and the bottom, so I don't know if that would be more like an S over S. Okay. Hey Blue Sandy, I'm probably, depending on how, I'm probably gonna call it a night here in a couple minutes, so I'll just give you the fair warning there. But I don't know, this one definitely looked interesting to me just because it didn't look like, just didn't look like machine damage. And I don't know. Maybe the top serif is split and it's just kind of worn down. Maybe same thing with the bottom. But I thought that one looked cool. Maybe I'll put that one in a flip with a question mark. But yeah, I think it's like 45 minutes past my bedtime. And thank you everybody for being here tonight. Thank you Paul for all the help with these. Thank you Blue Sandy for being here. Thank you Accredited Coins. Thank you Logan and Logan. And thank you Metal Detecting with Austin Simpson. Trying to think about who else was here. There was a couple more of you guys here. And then I was like, wait, I forgot to say goodnight to a bunch of people last night, and then I was like, wait, yeah, I didn't say goodnight to that person. I didn't say goodnight, and I was like, oh yeah, the stream died. I couldn't say goodnight to everybody. So thanks Logan's Coins for being here tonight. I'm just trying to scroll through. I'm gonna have to figure out a better way to do this because I like to say thank you and goodnight to everybody, but if it's going to take me minutes to scroll through, I might as well write everyone's name down. I know that there's someone I'm missing here. Muscle Shell. Thank you, Muscle Shell, for being here tonight. And I feel like I'm missing someone else, too. Yeah, I thought the S looked interesting. I feel like I've seen it before, and I'm just not positive. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I have to imagine tomorrow we're going to be at 4,000 watch hours, and maybe we can figure out some kind of party. I will try to spend some time tomorrow figuring out how to celebrate and try to celebrate with you guys. Thank you guys so much. And did I forget to say thank you to Paul? Thank you, Paul Hampton. And thank you, Robert Saves History. Also, sorry I missed you guys. So I think I'm tired. I think you guys can see it in my eyes. But I will be back tomorrow, almost definitely, for another bonus stream. Well, see, that's the thing. When I go to participants, it says, say goodnight, Blue Sandy, and say goodnight, Paul Hampton. But it's like, I feel like there's oftentimes other people in the chat that are, sometimes people just lurk, which is cool. You guys are welcome to lurk here anytime, but I feel like unless people talk or participate, it doesn't count them as a participant. I'm not sure how it works. But I feel like oftentimes I'll look there and it'll say like nothing. Oh well, let me try again. Alright, so participants. Yeah. It just says you and Paul. Can anybody prove YouTube wrong here? Is anybody here participating that is not showing up in the participants? You're welcome to remain anonymous. Alright, I shall go to bed. Thanks all so much. Have a good night. I will probably do a similar stream tonight. And wish you guys wonderful nights and see you guys in the future.